strange black beats.
It's not personal or something.
Listen to me. Nothing in this life is coming for free. No, you're paying a fee. Just make sure you keep on all of them receipts. Yeah, I want me defeated, cause I got people that's depending on me. I know I'm distant, it's not what it seems. Give me some time and you see what I mean. The bigger the bang, making it harder to peep out the scene. I say what I mean. If you do not like it, you know how to leave. Them blessings received straight to my knees when they raining on me. I'm truly thankful I got what I need. Done with the worry, my heart is relieved. Look to the sky, asking why you hold me down. I don't deserve it, but I use your wings to help me fly. No, I ain't perfect, but through your grace I seem to shine. The darkest places, use your light, and knowing that I'll be alright. I'm learning my lessons, I get it. It's so much that's gonna come with it. Before you, I handle my business. No, I'm not really tripping. You standing here is my witness, so I can't be out here pretending. I'm focused on all of these winnings. I'm with you, it's only beginning. Feeling what's missing. Get my fuel up, gotta use cup. When I'm done, I'm making sure I'm shining. If I screw up, then I look up, asking you to please to make it right. And I know that I think about how much you save me. I'm born again. I'm born again. I think about how much you save me. I'm born again. I'm born again. I think about how much you save me. I'm born again. Oh, 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 oh. Show right.
Hey, big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah. And I got Elder YAHAWAH with me tonight again, family, for another edification message. Giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, we say peace and blessings to the whole nation of Israel and all true believers. Elder YAHAWAH, big salute to you, my brother. How you doing?
Hey, Shalom, K. Judah, Shalom, everybody in the chat, all listening in. Hope y'all ready. We promised y'all that we was gonna put the timeline together around Maccabees. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it right quick. This is just a precursor. We got so much stuff. I don't want to rush, so I'm gonna take my time. I need y'all to be active in that chat because I'm gonna be asking some questions as we go along. If y'all have questions, don't hesitate to ask. K. Judah gonna run them by me as they come because I got my screen blew up, so I'm not gonna be able to monitor the chat. And yeah, let's get ready. I don't want to keep y'all up all night.
I also want to say big salute to everybody in the chat, the brothers and sisters, those who will listen later and those who will listen now. Please write this down. Please get your calculators and go back and study these things to show yourself approved, family. So let me open up my window and we're going to get to it. And I pray everybody had a good Shabbat. We ready to rock and roll, Elder YAHAWAH?
All righty. And so we're going to be reading from an ancient manuscript. You got that right, K. Judah? That I sent it to you.
Already. You want me to go to that first?
We got absolutely, because it's gonna put everything in perspective.
I got you. Let me get out of here real quick and bring that Damascus document up. I got you.
That's it.
Let's get out of here real quick.
I want to read the if we could have it posted in the chat, the manuscript, the catalog number. That'll go a long ways to helping so everybody that's cross-examining can check and see that it's authentic, it's legit.
Already. Yes, sir.
Let me blow this screen up now so I can read with you.
Can y'all see it?
All right. So
can you see
I
it, Elder?
Yeah, I can see it. Can you scroll down some? I think it's going to
right here, right?
Yes, we're gonna start reading right there where it says "for when." Let's see if we can get the number though, so they can see it.
Okay.
All right. Connected. Let me see. Let me make sure of this. I want to make sure we get all this together. All right. So, okay. She gonna be able to do it. She gonna be able to put it in there when we read off. I want you to read this first, and then she can put it in the chat. I see it on the thing. All right.
Already. All right, family. This is the Damascus Document. This is talking about Nebuchadnezzar, the exhortation. And I'm going to start from right here where it say for when. It says, for when they were unfaithful and forsook him, he hid his face from Israel and his sanctuary and delivered them up to the sword. But remembering the covenant of the forefathers, he left a remnant to Israel and did not deliver them up to be destroyed. And in the age of wrath, 390 years after, he had given them into the hands of King Nebuchadnezzar.
Hold on 1 second. Give us 1 second. Now, everybody that is taking notes, you want to make a note, the age of wrath, i.e., 390 years after 586 BC. When he's done reading this little paragraph right here, I'm going to take you guys back and show y'all how to convert 586 to years after creation. And then I'm going to show y'all how to move forward into the Maccabees timeline. Then we're going to go into the teaching. Make a note, please. Anybody that's got any questions that has not been coming to class or service the last few weeks since we started covering these timelines, just contact K. Judah, and we'll make sure y'all get the right videos and learn about how to do these timelines, even if I got to go over with y'all personally. Come on.
King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, he visited them, and he caused a plant, a root to spring from Israel, and Aaron to inherit his land and to prosper on the good things of his earth. And they perceived their iniquity and recognized that they were guilty men. Yet for 20 years, they were like blind men groping for the way.
Stop. Now, y'all got 390 years. Now you're going to add another 20 years up under that. That's going to total 410 years. And it states that the children of Israel around this time period were wandering like blind men groping for the way. We understand what John 14:6 say. It say, I'm the way, the truth, the life. In our native tongue, it says, Ha Darak, Ha Amath, Ha Kai, right? And so now they are searching for that truth. But it was a lot of things going on. Now, let me show y'all up something real quick because we got some reading to do. 4Q 265 through 273, 5Q 12, and 6Q 15. That's going to be posted in the chat in a second. This scroll has been carbon dated from 100 BC. This is ancient. All right. Now, there exist two incomplete Middle Age or medieval copies that were discovered in 1896 and 1897 in a Cairo, Egypt synagogue. They're known as Manuscript A and Manuscript B. They date from the 10th and the 12th centuries ADs, right? This is the beauty about the Dead Sea Scrolls. They older than all of this Gentile stuff. Watch this. And so this speaks of the age of wrath. Now, I told y'all I was going to give y'all the math how to convert 586 back to years after creation. So everybody that's been following along, we did the timeline on the kings of Judah. Y'all recall that, correct?
Absolutely.
And so the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem, right, that occurred approximately 3,363 years after Adam was created. Now, that would be 586 BC on the man-made calendar, the man-made dates that they done made up. Now, when you add 390 to the 3,363, you get 3,756 Forgive me, 3,753 years after creation. So now, everybody just stay along with me. If you don't understand, ask a question in the chat, and we're going to answer. We're going to stop what we're doing and answer it, because y'all all are more important than me. So now everybody is aware that BC counts backwards.
Facts.
It does not go forward. It counts backwards. So now with us knowing that, you're going to subtract 390 from 586 BC. That is going to bring you to approximately 196 BC. Now, remember I told y'all about those 20 years we was running around like blind men groping?
Mm-hmm.
Now you subtract 20 from 196, right? You get 176 BC. Is everybody following me?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, let's get everybody into what's going on now. We got that. That formula is out of the way now. If y'all need to be refreshed, just ask the question. But right now, we're going to go to 2 Maccabees chapter 6. Because it's a whole lot of stuff going on that I don't like that's going on out here in the Hebrew streets. We've been under attack so people can eat pork and baboons and dogs and skunks and all that stuff, talking about you can pray over it and it's made clean. I want to show y'all what an elder of our people, how an Israelite supposed to conduct himself. We past the point of trying to convince our families and stuff that you can't do things like this. So we now got to deal with Israel, and we got to pray for our family that's Israel, but they want to practice the Greek way. We want to show them how the Greeks treated our ancestors and see if they still are in agreement with these people. He's going to start at 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 1, before we come back to this timeline and break all this down for y'all. There's a lot of reading going on.
This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 1. And it reads, not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers.
Why? Why is it so important to all these foreigners that we give up our laws that YAHAWAH sent to us? You got the Greeks representing Christianity. Their story is the law done away with. You got the Arabs on the other side, Surah 275. They say that the law is tampered with. Either way, it's foreign entities that is against the children of Israel. The people of the book, the people of the scriptures, the people YAHAWAH say we more special to him than all people on the face of the earth. Despite all of these narratives about he love everybody, he probably do to everybody. He probably do. I don't know. But he told us in writing, in Hebrew, we got it in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Ain't nobody had their hands on it. That we most special. That's all we got to look at. We can't keep blaming stuff on our ancestors. They was false. Let's deal with right now today. Right now today, we got to do what he told us to do. If people say that they Gentiles, our own people, we got to let them go. We got to pray for them. That's all we can do. Now, everybody's saying, YAHAWAH, you all this speech. And look at Romans 3, verse 20, real quick before we pick back up in Maccabees, so y'all can see why these foreigners detest the law. Watch this. We ain't holding back now, and we ain't ducking no wreck. We're not holding back. I got a young warrior up here on the stage with me, and so it is what it is. Y'all, if y'all want somebody to lie to y'all might as well type in the chat, get YAHAWAH off of here, because we don't want to hear this stuff. Tell me y'all want some Isaiah 30, 8 through 11. Tell us some lies, YAHAWAH. Tell us smooth things. You and K Judah laughing like he don't know what's going on. Now, if y'all want some joke time, y'all in the wrong spot.
That's right.
It's about to get real.
You said Romans
3, verse 20.
Let's get it.
We don't like the Torah. It's too much. The law too much.
This is Romans chapter 3 and verse 20. And it reads, Therefore, by the deeds of the law,
Mm.
there should no flesh be justified in his sight.
Woo.
For by the law is the knowledge of sin.
You don't even know you're sinning without the law. If it ain't no law, listen, you can convince yourself that you can pray over a dog and it's clean. You can tell yourself, I can do what I want to do. I don't got to keep no Sabbath. Why can't I go and be with another woman and I'm married? Or why can't, if my husband make me mad, can I sneak out and go have some fun? You can tell yourself these lies. Why can't me and my wife engage in whatever we want to engage in and then go to service and hug everybody and defile everybody in the temple? Now, I don't know what they teaching in the Gentiles. That's their business. But we Israelites, we got a standard. So I can roll my pants legs up and talk and I can do all that stuff. I can practice other people's worship. If it ain't no law, they can tell me that you went from being the kings and queens of worship on this planet to now you got to sit up under Greeks and Arabs. They can tell us that. Ain't no law. It don't tell us without the Torah. We don't know about Deuteronomy 28:13. We above and not beneath. We don't know nothing about that. Why would we want to be up under somebody when he told us all we got to do is listen and y'all going to be above everybody? Law done away with is tampered with. Gentiles on top. Islam on top. All the time. We had this all the time. And they tricked us when they brought us over on them ships and put the chains and the nets on us. Christianity don't want to talk about that. Neither does Islam. I wonder why. We back in Maccabees, 2 Maccabees 6. Filthy, they filthy little secrets that people don't know about. Oh, y'all was doing that to each other. Well, that's between us. We talking about what y'all did.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about what y'all did. Watch this. It's getting ready to get ugly. Any elder talking about you an elder and you fighting for swine and all that stuff. Let me show you how an elder amongst our people supposed to carry itself. We supposed to be proud of them. I ain't proud of no spirit. If you saying you a spiritual leader, you a minister, a bishop, a pastor, and you are teaching our people they can eat swine, something is wrong. You teaching them red lobster is great. Just that's your preference, your choice. Something wrong with you. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. And I'm talking about spiritual people. We ain't talking about slaves that didn't know how to read and write, that they done conditioned for this. We talking about now in modern times, 2024, it's shameful. I can't imagine, and I'm sitting there telling y'all, and so everybody need to hear this. I read hundreds of books dealing with plantation and the slave, hundreds. And they said that the worst time of the day was when the bells started ringing and they had to get out in the fields, right? We couldn't even conceive what that's like in modern society, this generation, in my generation, right? So everybody, y'all need to try to understand what they went through. But now we afforded all kind of luxuries. As bad as it is now, we got luxuries now. We don't have to depend on them for our food and stuff. And we ain't been indoctrinated with the plantation owners, and we ain't worried about them kicking the doors open, taking your mother or your sister or your aunt, and you don't see her no more when she come back. She pregnant and it ain't about her husband. No, we don't got to worry about none of that no more. For the most part, if we're doing our job, we're protecting our women now, right? We're able to protect them and make them feel safe, right? If we're doing our jobs, but they couldn't back then. You had armies coming with guns and stuff, and some pork and stuff, all that stuff, and Sunday and what they was doing, how they was conducting themselves in church, announcing the lynchings and stuff. We don't got to deal with that now. But that was before this. We can ready to show y'all that ain't nothing new under the sun for these Greeks and their religion and Christianity. We're gonna read it right here. We in 176 BC when they watch this. Go ahead, Judah.
At the top again, 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 1 again. Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers, and not to live after the laws of our Elohim, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter, Olympian.
Hold on a second, please. I have to interrupt you, K. Judah. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
But the issue now that they say they're Christians. They're so angry because we went against Christmas. We stood up for what was right and we exposed Christmas. And the TikTok pastor, Kevin Benton Jr., he kept his mouth shut after he issued a false, show me one source. We showed you a lot of sources, TikTok pastor. And so they now are attacking this when it's telling you that the people that y'all are following, like house folks, right? Look what they did. They said that they went out of their way to pollute the temple in Jerusalem. The same temple that the Messiah, right? The same Messiah that y'all say y'all love more dearly than anything. They flipped the table. He flipped the tables over because they was buying and selling in there. What do y'all think his position was when y'all see the stuff that y'all getting ready to read? I want y'all to just make this button down. Y'all remember he flipped the tables over. So now, look at this, what y'all about to read. And they telling us that this is wrong. We wrong for talking about Hanukkah. Watch this.
Call it the temple of Jupiter Olympius,
Zeus.
and that in garrison of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did the desire that dwelt in the place. Wow.
Come on.
The coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people.
The people of Israel. Come on.
For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles.
By the who? Can't you to read that again? By the who?
For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles.
The heathen. The heathen. Come on.
Who dealt with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places.
Now tell us now if we don't supposed to remember this. Tell us now we don't supposed to teach our people what y'all oppressors that y'all done lined up with. Y'all in agreement with these people. Y'all don't love YAHAWAH. Y'all don't love Jesus. Look what they did. They in the holy place having sex. And y'all gonna tell us they wrote the New Testament? And we supposed to follow them?
Bring it out.
Ain't nothing worse than Stockholm Syndrome that's going on over there in that Sunday church. Y'all in agreement with this. Y'all need to repent. Look at this. I want y'all to read it all. Watch this. I want y'all to hear it out. I hope y'all listening. I know y'all listening, and we live. And if y'all want some sauce after we get through with the teaching, tell K. Judah to bring y'all on stage.
Already.
Come on.
For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles, who dealt with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places. And besides that, brought in things that was not lawful, that the altar also was filled with profane things, which the law forbidded.
Come on, K. Judah, bring it out.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days.
Oh, wait a minute. Sunday to Sabbath? Come on.
Or ancient fasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
We can't be a YAHAWAH praiser. Come on.
And in the days of the king's birth, every month, they were bought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the fast of Bacchus,
what's that?
Because
K. Judah, what's that?
I never heard of that in my life.
Some of y'all in the chat, because I love this chat right here. Somebody Google what is the find out. Look, go on the computer. Look what y'all got history books. What does the fast of Bacchus got to do with the children of Israel? This is Christmas, like Christmas. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's the Greeks. We ain't Greek. Our ancestors don't look Greek. Where they getting this from? We got to sit under them after what they stop it. This is madness. Come on out.
And when the fast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to buckets, carrying ivy.
Now
Wow.
listen, hold on. Y'all now listen, because they'll say we making this up. Ivy, that's the greenery, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm just asking. I don't want to start nothing because
yes.
they'll say we lying. Y'all think this got something to do with what they just was going over? I don't know. Let's keep reading, K. Judah. I want you bring it out, K. Judah.
Verse 8. Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen.
Hey, cities, the heathen. Watch this.
By the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews.
Against us. Now listen,
that they shall observe.
Let me throw this in there because people, I don't want people to get this misconstrued. We're ancient Israelites. Hands down, no mistake about that. That's not what we are arguing. But when y'all see Jews, consider that is another made up fake word. Y'all know it ain't no J.
Facts.
And y'all know that the root word of this, if I was to translate it in Hebrew, that's why I keep telling y'all, please come to Hebrew class so y'all can see this, is YAHAWAH, right? That means praise Yahweh. So in when you translate Jews, it's YAHAWAH. That's, you can find that in 2 Kings 16:6. Anybody want to go over it, I'll do it with you. You just got to tell K. Judah. And so it means Yahweh praises. But they translate this to foul their narrative, you know, in modern times. And now they put stuff on TV, on the news, in the newspapers, and all over the media to indoctrinate people to see things a certain way. So this is not talking about them people over there in control of the land of Israel now. This is talking about us, because the earliest reference we have to a European Jew is 250 BC. They found something in Greek over in a certain part of Greece, but you know they already had started their mess. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go back to that when we started teaching. Y'all hold me to that. They didn't even get over there for real till Alexander and them came around 332, 321 BC. We got the dates for that year after creation too. Don't worry. We're not faking. We're gonna show y'all all that. Come on.
By the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews, that they shall observe the same fashion and be partakers of their sacrifices.
Listen, that's a communion, eating them little sun discs and sun wafers and stuff. Ain't got nothing to do with us. What? Everything is from them. When y'all take out all of the pagan, the heathen practices out of Sunday service, what do they have?
Nothing.
What's left?
Nothing.
Sunday gone, Christmas gone, prayer with pork, Easter gone, Lent gone, Good Friday gone. When you take out all that stuff, it's a lot more. What do they really have?
Nothing.
What is they worship? What are they saying after you remove all of that stuff? Y'all meditate on that. Watch this.
Verse 9. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles should be put to death.
They didn't get us. Everybody that's listening in here now, that's proclaiming Israel, they don't have us. They don't have us spiritually. They don't have us mentally. They don't have us emotionally. They don't have us physically. Do y'all know why? We didn't conform to their ways when we found out all this stuff was lies. They're not putting us to death in any of those areas. Watch this.
The Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery.
We are currently in the present misery. We're in the 8th captivity spoken of in Revelations, right? And it's not a physical captivity. It is a spiritual, mental, and emotional captivity. Because they bought all of the stuff from the plantations, all of the forced teachings about slaves obey your masters, and all of the Hellenism, the Greek identity, history, language, and culture that the pastors bought up from the South and pushed it on everybody to control us. So they don't have to lynch us no more. They don't have to burn us no more. They don't have to tie pregnant women to horses and whip the horses to make them pull the women apart and tear the fetus out of it and stomp the fetus. They don't have to do any of this no more. They don't have to turn the power hoses on the little children, the little Hebrew children no more, marching in Selma, Alabama. They don't got to do none of this no more. Now all they got to do is consign us all to their religion, Christianity, and our own people are going to fight against us for their lives. Come on.
Verse 10. There was 2 women bought who had circumcised their children,
Israelites.
whom when they had openly led round about the city, the babes hanging at their breasts, they cast them down headlong from the wall.
Now they telling everybody that these people that's doing this wrote the New Testament. Now they all right sitting up under their teachings and fighting for they feast days, they Christmas, they Easter, they pork. They say they all right with it, so we got to move on now. We got to worry about Israel, even if it's our own family members, because they the ones can hurt us. They can alienate us. They can make us feel like bad people, like we weirdos, and all we doing is doing what the Bible really say. That's all we doing. So we listen. I know this hurt a lot of people. It hurt me a lot of decades ago. I've been done. When I said, "Hey, we got," I love him more than I love. And I was raised by my grandmother. I would die. I'd jump in front of a bus if she was doing anything to save and protect my grandpa. I would do it. But hey, I love him more. So the things that they teaching in church is not an option. And they Sunday service, not an option. It's false. Come on.
Verse 11. And others that had run together into caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day secretly.
These Israelites, this is our culture. We fighting for the Sabbath, hiding under fear of getting killed. These is real Israelites, right? Watch this.
Being discovered by Philip, were all burnt together because they made a conscience to help themselves for the honor of the most scarred day. The most scarred day.
Look, it say, listen to this, y'all. It said they burnt them alive together because of the most sacred day. Mm-hmm. It don't say Sunday the most sacred day.
No.
It don't say Friday before sunset is the most sacred day. Nobody ain't getting no Passover here on K. Judah. Christian, Muslim, none of that. All of them enslavers. Ain't no other Sabbath for no Israelite. It's disgraceful. Them night teachers, give back Caesar what's his. We don't want none of that. We got our own culture. We got our own teachings. We have the highest revealed teachers ever revealed on earth because they're the only true teachers. Come on.
Talk to them.
How y'all like that, audience? Come on. If y'all like Verse that, 12. Type of one in the chat. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Come on.
Verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation.
Listen, hands down, we was false. We not, me and K. Judah, nobody, we not arguing that we was pure. We was doing all kind of stuff. We was the main thing, we sitting under other people's religions.
Talk to them.
We sitting under their teachings. Christianity wasn't made for us. That's their stuff. Get that stuff, it ain't got nothing, throw that trash in the garbage. Islam ain't got nothing to do with us. Their favorite thing is to get one of the men and castrate us. Let's talk about it. We're willing to have laugh. Come, we go laugh about it. We don't do no secret teachings. Yeah, we gonna tell the truth. So that stuff we being tested now, he's still testing them, and they failing miserably. Now they punishing you, telling you sin. Man, we don't sit down. Where did y'all get? Now y'all seeing where their whole doctrine come from. Y'all seeing it. It ain't no coincidence. We're not saying that Maccabees is scripture, but we saying that it is mentioned in scripture. We saying that it is accurate history. Y'all saw that the last 2 nights, right? Absolutely. And so we see now why they took this out of after the 1611. How are you going to teach slaves to be obedient to their masters, and the slaves found out that they the people that wrote the scriptures? And how are you going to teach them to eat pork and worship on Sunday on y'all day, the people out of Europe day, when they found out that they got to keep the Sabbath? And people was dying to do this because now what you're going to have is a generation of K. Judahs and y'all that's in the chat. Oh, no, we ain't going for that. What's our way? That's what we want. So now, y'all on here now, and we going to the various services where our people is, and they teaching truth, and we now becoming aware of the power and the authority that we have, and we want it back. We taking
Bring
back
it
what's
out.
ours. What they didn't slip, they
Yes,
didn't
sir.
take away from us during slavery. We want every remnant of what's ours back.
Yes, sir.
Bring it out, K. Judah. Keep reading. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Don't read ahead. Stay with us. Watch this.
Verse 13. For it is a token of his great goodness, when wicked doers are not suffer any long time, but forthwith punish.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. All this is in the scriptures. Y'all pay attention, but open y'all Bibles up and look at Ecclesiastes 8, verse 11. Watch this. Come on.
Verse 14. For not as with other nations, whom the Elohim patiently forbeareth to punish, till they be come to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us.
He said, y'all Israelites, I'm going to crush y'all. How y'all going to be some priests and light to the Gentiles when y'all living worse than the Gentiles? They showed y'all they teaching and y'all took it into another level. Y'all notice the heathen don't fight for nothing but Christmas, really. But the Israelites fight for their entire catalog. Swine, Sunday, Christmas, all of it. Everything that's false, they fight for it. Harder than the Gentiles do. The Gentiles just sit back and stir them up a little bit and tell them, oh, they racist. They tell them that we racist. Y'all believe this? Do y'all believe it? That we're racist because we have found out what y'all stole from us. Y'all tried to hide it, but thank goodness, YAHAWAH love us. He preserved it. Them people over in the old world said, no, these ain't no Israelites. Y'all, the Israelites is dark. We don't know where they came. Don't nobody know where they came. They don't, a lot of them don't know where they came from. Watch this.
Verse 15. Lest that, being come to the height of sin, afterwards he should take vengeance on us. And therefore he never withdrawed his mercy from us. And though he punished with adversity,
Slave
yet
ships.
do he never forsake his people.
Slave ships. And he allowed, listen, he allows them to crush us. Now, we had it coming. So listen, I don't hate nobody because we bought a lot of everything on ourselves. But 1 second after 400 years, I do hold them accountable for it. Yeah. After that 400 years that's in the prophecy, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now that's them doing what they want to do to us. Come on.
Verse 17. But let this, that we had spoken, be for a warning unto us. And now will we come to the declaring of the matter in a few words.
Uh-oh. Come on, K. Judah. Again, don't hold back, K. Judah. Read it.
Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man,
an elder, watch this,
and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
What is it about swine that they keep trying to force it on the children of Israel? What is it? We know the swine asked the unclean spirit asked to be sent into the swine. Unclean spirit, unclean animal. They got an answer for everything to do filthy worship. Yep. And these is a bunch of heathen Israelites that now practice a heathen religion. But we're going to let them be heathen. Watch this. If they say, listen, I'm telling y'all how to deal with them. They say they heathen, y'all let them know. Y'all can't even come into the temple. Y'all can't even get in the inner court. Y'all defile. Y'all whole worship has been taught how to defile y'all. We got to treat them like Gentiles. That's it. Come on.
Verse 19. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth, and came of his own accord to the torment.
Let me ask you a question, K. Judah. This is the elder, right? He said, before he eat. Now, if y'all understand this the way I'm saying it, type a 1 in the chat. This is an elder of Israel, right? A principal scribe. He said before he eats swine, he would die. He said that swine is such an abomination for an Israelite that we die before we eat it, right? And he said he would rather them to torture him and kill him and torture before he eats swine. If y'all agree with that, Type a 1 in the chat. Come on, brother.
Verse 20. As it behooved them to come, that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life, to be tasted, man.
They broke them. They broke them. They broke them. That entire church over there, when y'all see our people over there, they broke them. They broke them spiritually. They broke them mentally. They broke them emotionally. And it's caused them, look what it's doing to them physically. High blood pressure, diabetes. It don't happen to other people. It happened to us because we agreed to keep the Torah. They are broke Israelites. Come on.
Verse 21.
They say it's not even lawful to taste wine.
Not even tasted, man.
We got pastors on Facebook today talking about praying over catfish, trying to spite us, not knowing that you're doing your entire ethnic group a disservice. You're an elder. This is how an elder out of our people, this is what he does. He's willing to die before he goes against the law. Y'all willing to make up y'all own teachings to suit how y'all was raised in America, knowing the atrocities that they put our ancestors through, knowing that they threw them that stuff. They just threw it. They forced it on them. Hog maw, chitlins, ham, pig feet, every despicable piece of a hog. And y'all fighting for this stuff. Y'all ancestors is turning over in their grave because they now is in heaven and they know that that stuff was false. Come on.
And y'all know that I'm always saying how you could put a stain on your name so bad that there's nothing that can take it off. This elder man say he did not want to be stained with that abomination because he knew if I'm stained with this and rather live because I'm afraid to die, in the resurrection, he would have been judged with that stain. But since he died gloriously, he going to be raised gloriously. Think about that.
Bring it out.
There would be no stain on his name. So I just wanted to say that. Verse 21. But they had the charge of that wicked feast.
Wait a minute, why now, K. Judah, you need this. Now he go with all this. Now he over there laughing like he don't know what's going on. The wicked feast, that means something that's not in scripture.
Talk to him.
They don't understand why we hate. Listen, I don't just dislike, I detest Christmas. Christmas is abominable. It's like it's so false, and I can't even, words, they won't even come out of my mouth right. They're not from YAHAWAH. And this is how our ancestors recorded this. Things that's not in our scriptures, they're deemed wicked feasts. Come on.
Verse 21 again. But they had the charge of that wicked feast for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. That in so doing.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Is that the king of Israel or is that the king of the Greeks?
That's the king of the Greeks.
We don't listen to that.
We don't.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. Them guys that's over in church that they done broke and they all right with what happened, and now they telling us we letting dead slave masters and all that. They don't care nothing about their ancestors, so that's despicable enough. They identify as African Americans and Christian. Let them be. Us, we have a right to feel some type of way about these things. We didn't say, we're not teaching nobody to hate nobody or nothing. But why do you think you can do people ancestors like this and they just gonna be okay with it? We're not the house folks. We not that's not this. And this new generation that they bringing up, they really listen. They really feel some type of way. Come on.
That in so doing, he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. Y'all see?
We don't want their favor. All we want is YAHAWAH favor. How about that? How about that?
You see the difference, Elder Yashia? He wanted to find favor and friendship. But the elder man at the top, they say he walked to the torment willingly.
This is how elders supposed to conduct himself. We supposed to be proud of our elders, not ashamed of them. Not ashamed of them. I'm not. Listen, I don't pay attention to all that what they got going on in the news. But the things that TD Jakes them do that I'm ashamed of is you charging people money on the Sabbath. Y'all doing all kind of foolish stuff. You came out and said that you was an Igbo and you still trying to cling to Christianity. Just acknowledge what it is and repent. Y'all won't do that. Y'all keep fighting for this stuff. It's hurting our people. Come on.
Verse 23. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years.
Come on, bring it out, Jim.
And the honor of his gray head.
A real elder. Come on.
Whereon was come.
Come on.
And his most honest education from a child.
The Torah, that's our honest education. Come on, bring it out, Judah.
Or rather the holy law made and given by Elohim.
Listen, we love it. Israelites love that law. And we praise them so much for grace. A coon detests the law. They stand up with their flags. The law done away with. Them ain't no warriors. They weak men. And they allow their women to be taught these lies too. It said the law was given by Allah Hayam. And y'all hate it. Y'all love y'all Greek masters. Come on.
His most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by Elohim.
Oh, come on, Judah, bring it out.
Accordingly, and willed them straightway to send him to the grave.
Hear me before I eat that pork and submit to you Greeks. He turning over in his grave looking at y'all now. Over there. Master said this. Master wrote the New Testament. Master say Sunday the day we worship. Bunch of coons. Come on.
Verse 24. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10.
90 years old. Come on.
90 years old, right. We're now going to a strange religion.
We call Christianity a strange religion. Remember, this is the precursor of Christianity. This is when they set it up. Y'all see it all. Y'all read it all. They against everything got to do with the law. The Sabbath, the feast, us getting circumcised. They setting up their own holidays. They burning the ancient books. They brutalizing, mutilating, they killing, they doing that. This is the precursor. That's why it was so easy for them to bring it all in when they set up Christianity by the name. Watch this.
Verse 25. And so they, through my hypocrisy, and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me. And get a stain to my old age.
Judah, you need to read that again. That's crazy. So Judah, now listen, in the chat, I gotta ask K, I'm gonna let K Judah answer this. If y'all agree, type a 1 in the chat. Are you telling me that they're saying the elders, when they submit to this foreign Greek religion, that it causes the young people to be deceived?
I was just about, absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Hey, Judah, you too much. I told y'all he know what's going on. He keep laughing and grinning over there. He know what's
Yashia, they walk so accordingly that they knew their footsteps would have caused the young people to also follow, whether it was in righteousness or whether sin in wickedness.
Ain't nothing righteous about Christianity.
Ain't nothing righteous about it. So that's why our ancestors, the elders, knew we gonna die so the young people that's looking at this behind us, they can be strengthened by this and also be like the mother and her 7 sons.
Come on.
That's knowledge.
Back-to-back days. Y'all see this?
Back-to-back.
We don't know how blessed we is that they didn't destroy these books. They was burning everything.
Yeah, they was.
Come on.
Verse 24 again. 25. And so they, through my hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me and get a stain and get a stain to my old age and make it abominable. They took it serious, y'all. Verse 26. For though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet shall I not escape the hands of the Almighty. Neither alive nor dead, I kill soul and body. Verse 27. Wherefore now, manifoldly, changing this life, I will show myself such as one as my age required, and leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws.
Bring it out.
And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. This encouragement for me, man.
Hold on, okay, dude, because I seen something in the chat. I just checked. You got somebody in there talking about the Sabbath is fulfilled in Hebrews 4:3. If we're gonna go to Hebrews 4:9. We're gonna read down right after you get done with these passages. Because we ain't gonna have nobody coming in the chat teaching nothing false.
Talk to him.
We're gonna expose that immediately. As soon as we get done reading these passages.
Yes, sir. Verse 29. And they that led him, changing the good will, they backed him a little before into hatred, because the foresaid speeches proceeded, as they thought, from a desperate mind.
The Greeks can't understand why would we be so loyal to the law. The law is the truth.
Yes, sir.
Psalms 19:7 say the law is perfect. Listen, Acts 22:3-4, the law is perfect. James 1:25, third witness. The law is perfect. Everybody's saying the same thing. Only people saying something different is these foreigners. Meditate on that. Watch this.
Verse 30. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto our Elohim that had the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pain in body by being beaten. But in soul, I am content to suffer these things because I fear him.
They don't fear him. They don't fear him. Look what they doing. Look how they conducted themselves. We got somebody in the chat talking about the Sabbath is done away with. It's 2024. Y'all don't know that's a false teaching?
False teaching.
The Messiah, that's his custom. That's Paul's custom. Well, we're going to go to Hebrews. Yeah, I love it when y'all come in. I love it. We're going to expose that in 1 second. Come on.
Verse 31. And does this man die, leaving this death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation. You heard that, family? All the nation.
All right. Now watch this. Go to Hebrews chapter 4. We want to see. This ain't that right here. I don't know what man, listen.
And Elder Yashia, I want you to know, they came right in the chat, not asking any questions, just putting it out there. I told y'all, our people, they love to just boom, just rush out the door and say things. Now watch Elder Yashia about to dispel this real quick. Let's go to Hebrews. Gotta ask questions, man. You can't just say stuff. Can't just say stuff, man.
Sabbath is what they say. The Sabbath is fulfilled. Hebrews 4:3. Watch this. Read verse. Watch this.
Hebrews 4:3, man.
Watch this.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4 and verse 3. And it reads, for we which have believed do enter into his rest. As he said, as I have sworn in my wrath, if they should enter into my rest, although the works was finished from the foundation of the world.
Now listen to this. When I read that, because I think like a Hebrew. I don't think like no Gentile. They teachings, none of that, right? That word rest is causing me like, man, what in the world? Watch this. Read down. Watch this.
Verse 4. For he spake in a certain place on the 7th day, on this wise. And Elohim did rest the 7th day from all his works.
And that word rest, it's gonna come up again. Watch this.
And in this place again, if they should enter into my rest. Hold up. Seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein, and they to whom it was first preached enter not in because of unbelief. Again, he limited a certain day, saying to David, or saying in David, today, after so long a time, as it is said, today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your hearts.
Unharden your hearts. Y'all ain't listening. He kept the Shabbat, but y'all say that y'all don't know what rest means. Let's go. Watch this.
Verse 8. For if Yahshua have given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day?
Right. So now listen. First, they didn't translate that. That's the false translation. It actually says Joshua. This talking about Joshua that took us into the promised land. Everybody can look that up. But do you got a blue letter on here, brother?
I can get it for you.
Pull the blue letter up. I want to look this word rest up. I want everybody to read this, and the person that put that in the chat. I want you to read this, brother.
I want you to see why I'm getting this for you. What else they said? Look, he say, I did not say it was done away with. I said it was fulfilled, as it says in Hebrews 4:3, and it's not fulfilled. He's talking about another rest, but I'm gonna let Elder Yahshua deal with it. But you gotta ask questions, man. What you saying is not true, bro.
And so one of the things you want to look at, brother John D, y'all want to look these words up, fulfilled. You know, that's the same word in Matthew 5:17 that when they use to say the law is done away with, right? It's actually what is that? It's a Greek word pisos or something. Hold on a second. This is crazy little pleros, I think it is. I got it right here. Hold up.
And why Elder Yahshua? Oh, go ahead.
They use that word, and the word is playru, right? They use that word to say that the law is done away with, right? And then the exact same word, right, in Romans 15:19, but they translated it in English not as fulfilled as fully preached. But it's the exact same word. They're using both of them in the same way, both of them verb, right? The same way. So if it means that the law is done away with in Matthew 5:17, it means that the gospel of Christ, which I got translated fully preached, the same word plerus, it means that the gospel of Christ done away with. So now you got to ask yourself, what are we all doing then? So either it means it's done away with, or it means something else. Does it mean verified? Now ask yourself what you're dealing with, if you understand what I just said. In other words don't have 50 different meanings. If it means done away with, it means done away with. If it means that it's being verified or interpreted, that's what it means. So that's the same word in Hebrews that you just Judah just read. It's the exact same word. But now I want to show y'all what this word rest means. A lot of people, you got to go to, we've been doing this for a long time. We don't heard all the arguments. I was talking to one of the guys that's incarcerated because we got a little prison outreach. We trying to keep going to keep them brothers focused. And they was telling me, man, every argument that when we on the call, everything, how do y'all got teachers already prepared for it? Because we heard them all. We seen them all. We know what words. They ain't looking up words. Look at verse 9, bro. Watch this. What do y'all see this? It's despicable right here, though.
This the blue letter right here when we go to verse 9?
Yeah, go to verse 9. We're going to look that word rest up. I want this brother to see this.
Right here. 2.
So y'all know y'all Israelites, y'all have the power to define, redefine, translate, retranslate. Based off of their own, this their own 45:20. So it's 45:20, 45:21. Watch this. Same word. Everywhere in the New Testament.
Here you go right here, Elder.
It says, read the Strong's definition.
Okay, right here.
Right.
Strong's. Okay. Strong's G4 520 in the following manner. A keeping Sabbath.
Stop right there. Go back to Hebrews 4:9.
Got you.
A keeping Sabbath. Why did they translate the word? You know, and another thing, Brother John D, they translated week in other verses, but it's the same word. It means keep the Sabbath. Now, if we read that and it says, there remaineth therefore a keeping Sabbath to the people of God, how is it fulfilled? It is Paul land? Is it Paul land, or did the translators translate that like that? And matter of fact, because I like this group. I ain't gonna rush through nothing trying to get back to nothing else. I want everybody to see this. Go to Acts 20, verse 7. This is another lie they do. Y'all ain't looking these words up. Y'all got the right one on here to come in these chats playing around. Watch this.
And Elder YAHAWAH, can I just add this nugget?
Please.
Listen to what the Bible said in Hebrews 4, family. Listen to the wording. He said, after the foundations of everything, the Most High had already rested. Paul asking the question, why would he be talking about another day of rest? That another day of rest is the 1,000 years of peace. That's the other rest. We already entered into the rest of keeping a Sabbath. Now we are working hard to enter into his rest when we get to rule with him in a peaceful kingdom for 1,000 years. So how is the Sabbath over with when we're still working to enter into that rest? Think about that, man. The Sabbath is not fulfilled because we still working to enter into that rest. So that won't be fulfilled until we actually enter into that rest.
So now, can't do to bring it out. We love with it. And listen, specialize in the book of Revelations too. So anybody, I'm telling y'all, it ain't safe no more around thinking anything. Now look at this. Look how they translated this. Now the audience, because I'm gonna do a breakdown on some of these false translations. This is just one real quick because I just made a statement and I ain't want nobody to think that I was misleading y'all or trying to win no argument or nothing like that. I just want y'all to know the truth. Do y'all see? And it says, I'm gonna let K. Judah read the first part of this passage. Watch this.
This is Acts chapter 20 and verse 7. And it reads, and upon the first day of the week,
come on,
when the disciples came together to break bread.
Stop right there, K. Judah.
Already.
This is the foundation for them pushing Sunday. If you believe that this is true, type a 1 in the chat. But I'm going to show y'all something real quick. I'm going to immediately take all of their power, all of their authority, and show y'all that they are liars and that they translated words to suit their doctrine. We're going to just look up one word. I ain't going to look up all of them. First, y'all know that when y'all see italicized words in this Bible, they was added by the translators. So they is not even a part of this verse. They added that. That's one, right? Look this word week up. Pull it up on the thing. I'm tired of playing around. Let's expose these Greeks. Oh, wait a minute. That's the same number, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Let me go back.
K. Judah is playing like he don't know what's going on, y'all.
Yes, it is the same number. Yes.
I told y'all to stop. He playing like he don't know what's going on.
Here we go. This is.
Oh my goodness. I can't.
This is G4521 in the following manner. Look at what it says. The 7th day of each week, which was a scarred festival on which the Israelites were required to obtain from all work. The institution of the Sabbath. The law for keeping.
Stop, can't do the stop. But I don't want nobody trying to harm on us. So now, and I've been telling y'all about these translations, but people get angry when you start telling the truth. People was mad at me. You act like you a Muslim, like you had. No, I'm not going to be lying to nobody. I'm going to tell them the truth. Listen, the man that brought me into this, he that. He is that. And so I learned how to study. I know what all this stuff say. I done did this whole New Testament. That's why all that people thinking Paul don't know what he's saying.
This is sad.
Wow. Well, everybody in the audience, if y'all agree that this is talking about what, like the word that the Greeks got it means keep the Sabbath, type a 1 in there. If y'all think that it's not, type a 2 in the chat. we're gonna go now and deal with this matter now.
How you gonna tell the elder he's incorrect when he just went to Hebrews chapter 4 verse 3 and it just said that the Most High had already entered into his rest? Paul asked the question, if he already gave them rest, why is he talking about another rest? So if you are trying to enter into somebody's rest, how can it be fulfilled when you are still working to enter into his rest? What's wrong with these people, man? Hey, John, it's better to seek to understand instead of you just seeking to be understood. What you saying is incorrect, but you telling the elder he's incorrect when he's going to the blue letter showing you the word rest, week, it means Sabbath. So they were still keeping Sabbath. So how can it be fulfilled when he told us this is between me and the children of Israel to keep Sabbath? Yahshua haven't came back yet, so we are still keeping Sabbath to enter into that rest with Yahshua.
We in 1 Maccabees 1.
Let's get it, elder.
Verse 10.
Let's get it.
Hebrews 13:8 say, YAHAWAH Mashayak, the same yesterday when the Torah was written.
Talk to
today
him.
When the book of Hebrews was written, and forever, our time and beyond. He say, heaven and earth gonna pass away, but his words not gonna pass away, right?
Not gonna pass away.
He say, listen, not one jot or one tittle from the law shall pass till all be fulfilled. Is heaven and earth still standing?
Still standing.
They're still standing. So how is, of all things, when you see where this come from? This don't come from us. This come from them. They translating words phony. They doing everything. They torturing people. They did everything. I told y'all that we're defeated people. Come
on. 1 Maccabees chapter 6.
Chapter 1. We done chapter with 6 1. Now. We done seen that. That's how elders supposed to carry us. We supposed to be an example.
Already. What verse? Verse 1?
Verse 10.
Already. Let's get it.
Finna do some math. I promise y'all some math, Israel. We finna do it.
This is 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 10. And it reads, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king, who had been a hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Now, hold on a second. Now I'm finna show y'all how to read these now. So, we talked about how Alexander began his rule historically around 332 BC, right? So now, what you're going to do, y'all got calculators, right? You're going to subtract, because there's two dates you got. It's 332 to 321 BC, they're saying, is Alexander's reign. So you're going to subtract 137, right? From 332. That brings you to what? Around 195, 196.
195, yes, 195.
All right. So we came up, it was we got 196. But we used the formula, a similar formula we started from the Babylonian captivity. So we're saying this is 195, right? Mm-hmm. In the 137th year. Look at Daniel chapter 8 real quick, because we want to find out the identity of this wicked root. Is it prophesied about? Is this spoken about?
I know you on the road, elder. But I want you to see this, because it just goes to show you. I just want you to see this. It just doesn't make any sense to me, y'all. This is actually talking about the second rest, which is 1,000 years. This person say, no, it ain't. It ain't talking about no other rest. It's sad, man. What other rest are we entering into, y'all? Revelation chapter 20. Y'all remember? They're going to get to rule with him for 1,000 years. That's the rest that Paul is talking about. That's why Paul said, if he already gave us rest, why is he talking about another rest? What other rest are we going to receive, y'all? The 1,000 years of peace to rule with Messiah in Zion. That's the other rest. Because after Yahshua's rest, who come down? New Jerusalem. That's why we got an 8-day feast. That's just book. But this person say, no, it ain't talking about that. Well, you got to believe what you want to believe. But over here, we believe in the other rest also. Not just the Sabbath rest, but the other rest, which is to rule with Yahshua for 1,000 years according to Revelations 20. We believe that. All right, Elder. We're going to Daniel.
You in Daniel.
Already.
Chapter 8. Verse 8 and 9.
Let's get it. This is Daniel chapter 8.
Now hold on, because I wanted everybody to see this.
Yes,
when
sir.
we went to that, when it said 195, remember this stuff count backwards, but then I want y'all to see that these dates is going to be changing. So now y'all know you can either start from 332 or you can start from 321, and it's going to give you the exact dates where we at. And it's going to add up the years after creation too. Come on.
Daniel chapter 8 and verse 8 and 9. And it reads, therefore the heat goat waxed very great. And when he was strong, the great horn was broken. And for it came up for notable ones toward the four winds of heaven. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land.
Now let's look at this now, because we know that the great horn that they're speaking about is Alexander. That's hands down. Nobody's arguing that.
Facts.
But it said the great horn was broken. Remember, he died. What happened when he died? What we read yesterday. He broke his kingdom up and gave it into his generals, his people that he grew up with, right?
Right.
All right. So it says, and for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of the heaven. Right? We talked about what was it? Antigonus, Seleucius, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Lysimachus.
Yes.
We talked about all of them, right?
Absolutely.
But it says, out of them came forth a little horn, which was exceedingly great. He was toward the south, toward the east, and toward the pleasant land. We know that the pleasant land is Israel. All right. We showed that yesterday, right?
Fact.
They said that this one, he started taking over from the rest of them. We read yesterday that Antiochus, he went and took over Ptolemy's reign. He was going all through and robbing the other generals. These Greeks were so vicious, they was turning on each other. Y'all agree?
Absolutely.
This was all we covered all of this. Remember, we're in the third part of this teaching now. So now we're going to go back to Maccabees, and we're going to go through verses 11 through 14. It's getting ready to get interesting.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11 through 14. And it reads, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
See, we got to understand something, and this is not we ain't attacking nobody, but we got to stop seeing and viewing the scriptures through how they giving it to us. We got to understand it based off of how the people that wrote the Bible, what are they telling us? We got to enjoin ourselves to Israelite identity, history, language, and culture. It cannot be Greek identity, history, language, and culture. It cannot be Roman identity, history, language, and culture. It cannot be English. Nothing was revealed in Greek. Nothing was revealed in Latin. And nothing was definitely not revealed in English. So when minute we start fighting for how we see it based off of their translation and their mindset, it's going to be a flaw. And that's just a fact. We just showed y'all they translated Sabbath rest. Who does that? Who does that? So now, at certain times when y'all reading certain scriptures, look the word rest up. I'm not saying in every instance, but in certain strategic places, y'all might encounter stuff like this. That's all I'm going to say. Watch this.
Elder Yahshua, I can ask you a question.
Yes.
When Yahshua was teaching the gospel, well, were they not still keeping the Sabbath as a rest?
Turn to Luke 4, verse 14 through 16. But yes, I'm going to answer that question for you. Yes.
And also, after he was taken up, were not the disciples still keeping rest?
We're going to go to Luke 4:14 first. We're going to go there first, then we're going to go to Acts 13, verse 42 through 44. Remember where we at. Whole lot spot for us, where we at.
I got you. Yeah, we are at verse 14 in Maccabees.
Right.
The reason why I'm asking you this, if it was a gospel rest, why are they still teaching the gospel in their time?
Watch this. We're going to see what the Messiah, what's his example.
Here's
the example. Luke chapter 4, verse 14 through 16. This is our example right here. Hands down, we thankful for grace, all that. Hands down, because all of us probably would have been dead. But here go your example right here. 14 through 16.
This is Luke chapter 4 and verse 14 through 16. And it reads, and Yahshua returned in his power and spirit into Galilee. And there went out a fame of him through all the region round about.
Now, real quick, let me ask you this question while y'all listening. If y'all believe that he's operating under the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, right? Then y'all are going to understand what verse 16 is, because it says that the Ruach HaKodesh is the spirit of truth, the Ruach Amath, correct?
Absolutely.
It's going to guide you into all truth. Y'all all agree with that, right?
Yes, sir.
We all agree. So watch this, he reads down.
Verse 15. And he taught in their synagogues, being glorified of all. And he came to Nazarene, where he had been brought up. And as his customs was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read.
So now the spirit of truth that guides you into all truth, it has the Messiah, the Savior, who is our example. Not me, not Martin. Nobody is the example except him, according to scriptures. His custom was to obey the Sabbath. They rest. Right?
Absolutely.
Now, watch this. That lines him up. Moses and all of the prophets now, they all on the same page. Now you got to view Hebrews exactly the way we just said it. Paul said, for the people of God, if you were YAHAWAH, you're keeping the Sabbath.
You keeping the Sabbath.
That's what Paul just said in Hebrews 4:9. But let's see what the Gentiles did. Go to Acts 13. Y'all got the right one. It's the right one right here. Trust me. We love it. This guy, K. Judah, just keep on playing like he don't know what's going on. I'm going to say a little bit. Laughing. What verse you want, Elder? Look at verse 42 through 44. I want to see what the church, the New Testament church. Now, y'all, everybody, keep in mind what I'm about to say to y'all. It was an outpouring of the Ruach HaKodesh on the New Testament church in Acts chapter 2 during the Feast of Weeks. They have that falsely translated as Pentecost. That's a Greek word. We give Caesar back what's his. That's the Feast of Weeks. And so now the church is operating under the spirit of truth. Look at verse 42 now.
Yes, sir. This is Acts chapter 13 and verse 42 on down, family. And it reads, 44. And when the Jews was gone out of the synagogue, the Gentiles besought that these words might be preached to them the next Sabbath.
Wait a minute. Hold on, K. Judah now, because I want to make sure you're reading this right. You telling me that the Gentiles was listening to the children of Israel? They was asking them to teach them and preach to them?
To the next Sabbath, when the next Sabbath came around, yes.
So how now in modern times is the Gentiles saying, man, y'all got this wrong, we gonna do what we want? How? What happened? How the roles get reversed? The Greeks, the ones we just seen torturing and killing. Watch this. Y'all forgive me for telling y'all the truth in the chat. Don't be mad. Come on, watch this.
Verse 43. Now when the congregation was broken up, many of the Jews and religious proselytes followed Paul and Barnabas, who speaking to them persuaded them to continue in the grace of Elohim. Verse 44. And the next Sabbath day came out almost the whole city together to hear the word of Elohim.
So now, okay, Judah, you and Yahawah, y'all wrong. That don't say the Sabbath day. They say Sunday.
It said the next Sabbath.
Wrong, man. Y'all wrong. Hey, if everybody that is listening that's in the chat, if that says Sabbath day, right, and that the Gentiles was listening to the Israelites and asked to be preached to and get the teachings, type a 1 in the chat. If it says anything other than that that's Sunday, and that they was in the, it's just something else going on, type a 2 in the chat. Because I can't conceive nothing else going on because I know our teachings. Right?
And Elder Yahawah, verse 42 and verse 44, these are two separate Sabbaths. You know why? Yeah. He said the next Sabbath in verse 42, and when it came around again, the next Sabbath again. Come on, y'all. How is the Sabbath fulfilled? Come on,
more.
Man.
If y'all want more, we can keep going. It's all in it. Go to Revelations 1. Now, this is another favorite verse that they like. I'm finna expose all this stuff. We're gonna expose all of it. This is what the Greek influence. This is what it do to us. It have us fighting for Greek stuff. That's what I'm trying to show y'all.
What chapter you want, Elder?
Look at Revelations 1, verse 10. This is another fake church teaching right here. Watch
already.
This. I know you brothers probably don't like how I'm talking, but we gotta tell the truth. People's salvation is on the line. We can't be running around trying to worry about how people feelings is. We gotta tell the truth.
Absolutely.
Look at verse 10. Read verse 10. All right?
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 10. And it reads, I was in the spirit on the Lord's day.
And on who? Wait a minute. On what? Say that again. On whose day?
I was in the spirit on the Lord's day.
They teach that that's Sunday. It ain't no scripture. Sunday ain't in scripture. Now, let's play this game now. Let's rightfully divide the word of truth. Where is it stated that in the scripture was his day? Look at Isaiah 58, verse 13. Watch this. They believe Isaiah. The one thing about them boys in church, them good old boys, them house boys, they believe Isaiah because he got so many prophecies about the Messiah. I bet y'all didn't tell y'all nothing about the angel of the presence, though. They don't want to talk about that. What you and K. Judah making stuff up. Y'all just making up your own teaching. Hey, it's in there. Isaiah 58, verse 13. We're going to find out what his day is now. Come on, he'll push no Hellenism. That ain't going to happen.
Isaiah 58 and verse 13. And it reads, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of our Elohim honorable.
Hey, Judah, now go on. Y'all get away from that. That's enough of that. Let's go back where we started at. Now we don't, unless somebody still, we can keep going, but we need to get this lesson all the way. This is what the Greeks did to us. This is what they did to us. Y'all seeing it live now.
Thank you for going through that, Elder. Thank you for going through that just to prove the Sabbath, that we still keeping the Sabbath. Thank you for that. We can't have nobody coming in here trying to teach their doctrine while you teaching your clay. You're going to bring false doctrine. Nah, we ain't doing that. We don't accept false doctrine over here.
Well, all we got to do is find somewhere where it say Sunday or first day of the week, because that we just seen that they lied and did a phony translation in Acts 20. Everybody seen it. We was all reading it together. I didn't make nothing up. K. Judah didn't doctor nothing. That's they work. Not ours. We ain't got nothing to hide.
Talk to them.
So now we in Maccabees again. We back on target. K.
Verse
Judah is
14.
exposing in verse 14. Now watch this. We're gonna
14.
finish and we're gonna make some statements then.
This is Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 14. And it reads, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen.
Now, K. Judah, you talked about this last night. Can you tell everybody what do they mean, places of exercise and the customs of the heathen? How does that affect us today in modern society? What are they talking about right there?
Football arenas, baseball arenas, basketball arenas, track and field arenas.
Mostly focused on what days though?
Pagan days.
And they do it, listen, the big day of the week.
Sunday.
Saturday. Friday and Saturday is the big day of the week where they do it. College is
set up absolutely.
It's set up to have us focus away from YAHAWAH. Where y'all think that come from? Listen, everybody got a few things like this. This is how Israelites think. If he said rest on the Sabbath, and most of us understand or feel that, and if you don't be offended, that the Sabbath begins Friday sunset to Saturday sunset. I just had some Israelites from the ancient world. I did a live interview with them. They said we don't know nothing about the Sabbath being kept any other day. It's been handed down to us for thousands of years over in Africa. Some of them, y'all seen the interview. We got it on tape. I got several of them with different tribes over in Africa that's Israelites. And so this is the way that we've always kept the Sabbath. In America now, a lot of the brothers over here, they've got another way that they keep it, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, they got the YAHAWAH deal with that. He'll correct all of us if you know about that situation. But we see that if he said that we rest during this time, where did the teaching and the mindset come from to do all of the murdering, all of the drugging, all of the drinking and partying, all of the sports, rooting for teams, and everything else that ain't from him? Where did that come from? Who's the opposite of YAHAWAH? Who teaches against YAHAWAH? Who's the anti-YAHAWAH? Y'all got y'all answer. What mindset would be against the Sabbath? Answer that. Everybody ask themselves that. Turn to look in the mirror now. Come on.
Verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant. And joined themselves to the heathen.
Coming against the Sabbath.
And was sold to do mischief.
These Israelites.
Yep.
These Israelites doing this.
Yes.
Watch this.
Verse 16. Now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt, that he might have dominion over 2 realms.
Stop. Now, as y'all been reading, I want y'all to know when things shift. When we was in verse 10, we was talking about Alexander. Now, his reign is over with. So we don't subtract from 332 no more. Now we subtracting from 321. Watch the date y'all get now. So we getting ready to start subtracting. And y'all getting ready to see this. From 321. As he reads forward now, everything is going to be 321 minus. So whatever year they set it in, is 321 minus from him henceforth. Y'all got that?
Yes, absolutely.
Remember, it says the kingdom has been established before Antiochus. So this is after Alexander. Watch how these dates line up. Come on.
Verse 17. Wherefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen and a great navy.
Now watch this. Hold on a second. Go to verse 20 now.
Okay.
He in Egypt. He took over Egypt. Now watch this.
Verse 20. And after that Antiochus had smitten Egypt, he returned again in the 143rd year, and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with a great multitude.
Watch this, everybody that's listening. I'm going to tell y'all and show y'all how exactly at what point in history that the Greeks came in our homeland and started their mischief, and they started pushing Hellenism. First, we're going to, with our calculators, we need at least 2 of y'all. You know, John 8:17, the Messiah say, it's written in your law that the testimony of 2 men is true. I need at least two of y'all to subtract 143 from 321. Watch what date y'all come up with.
We come up with 178.
We at 178 BC, right?
Absolutely.
All right. That corresponds to 3,771 years after creation. Write that down. I gave y'all the formula when we first started.
Yes, he did.
All right. So now, watch this. From 321 to 321 BC minus 143, the generals is not getting their kingdoms. Now we know where we at now. It's getting ready to start changing. Now y'all can tell time now. I'm going to do a teaching in a few weeks, not next week, but in a few weeks, I'm going to show y'all how we was in a sabbatical year a year ago. And now y'all know another one coming up in 2029. How y'all like that? I'm going to show y'all with the math based off of verses out of Maccabees. And y'all going to say, wow, you'll be able to go all the way back to the time of Maccabees and beyond. Watch this. We put a lot of work in to make sure our people is being taught right. Look
Absolutely.
at First Maccabees 1:21 through 24. Y'all should take y'all head off to K. Judah. Everybody don't teach all week long like we do. Nobody. There ain't a lot of brothers that do that. But the ones that's teaching one time a week, 2 times a week, whatever y'all doing, and y'all helping the people, I salute, because we need it. Come on.
Verse 21. And entered Paul into the sanctuary, and took away the golden altar, and the candlestick of light, and all the vessels thereof.
These things is sacred to us. Now we got these Gentile Israelites that's talking about they Christians. They running around telling us, why y'all talking about Hanukkah? Do y'all understand what they doing right here? It's the temple they doing. They're robbing our ancestors. They taking the treasures that we built for YAHAWAH, and y'all got a problem with this, but y'all fighting for Christmas? Man, make this stuff make sense, man. They did a job on us, man. Come on.
Verse 22. And the table of showbread, and the pouring vessels, and the vials, and the censers of gold, and the veil, and the crown, and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, all which he pulled off.
They're robbing us.
Yep.
This is the furniture in the temple, and y'all are not participating? Y'all y'all angry because we coming against a false instance for something that happened. Something that's mentioned all throughout the scriptures, and y'all are saying what? We don't supposed to teach our children and our people about this? What is wrong with y'all, man? We got to have some dignity somewhere. Come on.
Verse 23. He took also the silver and the gold and the precious vessels, and also he took the hidden treasures which he found.
What do it sound like this is all about? This ain't nothing righteous. Nope. They're robbing us.
Yes.
They came over there because they know we was living like that. We ain't no peasants and paupers. That's what they convinced us of when they kidnapped us. We were savages. We were some dignified, educated, hard-working people. We the most spiritual people on the face of the earth. That's why he gave us the Torah. He told us to be a light to the Gentiles. The issue is that the Gentiles is being a light to all of these house Israelites. And y'all know the word I want to use. They being a light to these house Israelites. Come on.
Verse 25. Therefore there was a great mourning in Israel, every place where they were. Hold on, verse 24. And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly.
Listen, they robbed us, they enslaved us, they murdered us, and then they bragged about it. And now our people they say they all right with it, man. Them people ain't did. The Greeks wrote the New Testament. We're under the Greek teaching. Look down at verse 29. Now I want to see if y'all paying attention. Now pay attention with me. Thank you, Sister Oracle and everybody that's in the chat helping. Please, thank y'all so much.
Verse 29. And after 2 years fully expired, The king sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude.
Let me ask y'all something. Y'all see what just happened? Do everybody see what just happened? It's 2 years later. So
yes,
now,
after 2 years fully expired.
What year are we in? Anybody know? 176 BC, 3,773 years after creation.
Because of 2 years later, right?
2 years later, we got to pay attention. Now, y'all got to remember, BC is counting backwards, and years after creation is going up. They're the same dates, but just remember, if you want to transfer the years after creation to BC, BC is going down. Now, this is now, for unless it changed, like unless it go to another year, or this year the Greeks, that year the Greeks, you got to pay attention to what's going on. Now you have a timeline. My job is to make sure that y'all keeping it right. Y'all learning this. Y'all going to have it mastered because y'all smarter than me. Watch this. Got some smart Israelites. All right. So now we in verse 36 now. Watch this. Y'all need to see this. I told y'all, K. Judah told y'all we was going to give y'all the timeline. And this is just for a side note. This teaching is for the children of Israel. If you're saying you a Gentile and you don't believe or care none of it, then leave. Wait. These are teaching. We ain't coming to y'all churches, but y'all can pray over and do what y'all want because y'all don't want to listen.
Right.
We done been on, we done did videos, y'all didn't want to go live. So do us a favor. Let us teach our culture, our identity, our history, our language, and the truth. We done been lied to already. That's why all of us figured out that Sunday service was false and we left. That's all. Just leave us alone. Y'all said y'all Gentiles, y'all heathen. We're going to let y'all be heathen. That's how we're going to deal with y'all because that's how y'all practice. So we're going to finish our timelines. They now saying they don't got hip. Now we got the timelines that's coming out. We got so much more. I'm just bringing them up to speed on the timelines. Don't worry. We got a lot more. And so we're going to be well equipped. We ain't going to have to run from Paul. And when they go to Rome, and y'all ain't got to do that no more. That's over with. Y'all running and thinking that they don't get nothing. The scripture was written by the children of Israel, for the children of Israel, to the children of Israel, to share with the Gentiles, to bring them into the light, not for them to take us into their lives. Come on, Judah.
Verse 36.
And listen, they know we on here, they listening, but they not going to jump out. They ain't going to, man, come on. They ain't going to see. Watch this.
Verse 36. For it was a place to lie in wait against the sanctuary, and an evil adversary to Israel.
Hellenism. Come on.
Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it.
They telling us, you got all these pastors and stuff that's running around talking about they can pray over catfish and Merry Christmas. They came on the show, Merry Christmas. They did all that. They saying that they don't understand what Hanukkah represents. Look at this. Look at this. This is the temple. This is the temple that they doing this in. These the Gentiles. Watch this.
Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it, insomuch that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them, whereupon the city was made a habitation of strangers.
Oh, y'all better pay attention. Is this where y'all saying the current population of Israel, where some of them came from? I mean, I just do, I don't want to start nothing, but it said that we fled. Where did we flee to? A lot of people saying it was a lot of Israelites in Africa. We got a lot of old books. I got a lot of them. I got so many old books. I can't do this some stuff. Can't do it. Probably got about 50 sources now.
Mm-hmm.
If you add on to what he already had.
Yep.
And I got more. A lot of people say we was over in Africa hiding more. I'm telling y'all.
Yep.
You know what? They don't even want to talk about Josephus. Josephus said when they destroyed the temple in 70 AD, they took all of the tallest of our people and took them into Egypt over in Africa and put them in their mans. Don't nobody talk about that. We need to start telling the truth. Because they're talking about them people over there that's over there now. Where is it at that they was in the man's over in Egypt? When was they over there? Go ahead.
I think that'll be a good class one day, Elder, to do a teaching with the sources, with the scriptures. Sources with the scriptures. And just show a lot of sources so people can just see, because people keep lying, talking about y'all ain't no Israelites, y'all African, but nobody not reading that we fled and migrated into Africa from the Assyrian captivity and Judah and Jerusalem when they fled after 70 AD. We was all up in the West Coast. We was down south. We was up north, man. We was all throughout Africa, man. All over there in Ethiopia, called the Phoenician Jews.
Yeah.
Operation Moses and Solomon. I got a book.
You know, good. So listen, K. Judah, I'm glad you brought this up. A lot of the people in church, they will almost pay somebody to come on. Like the dude didn't know who he was dealing with. So I'm in the group, Christian Hebrew Israelite discussion group, and I mentioned about the Igbos because we did a video with we interviewed them. Absolutely. Several times, several different ones. Scholars. We interviewed scholars, not the people, the common people, which that's fine too. And Remy, Ilona, and a bunch of other people we interviewed with. I done kept the Sabbath with them. We fellowship. Them our people. And they're gonna tell y'all, we Israelites, y'all. What y'all? No, we love y'all. We want y'all to be around. And this is what the Israelites say. I brought this up, and the dude said, but I didn't tell him about the interview. I said, hey, the Igbo people over there, they know that they Israelites. And the dude came on, we ain't no Israelites. That's a lie. So I told him who I knew. I said, hey, no, that ain't what this person is. And he's seen all the scholars. I haven't heard nothing from him since then. This tells you either this was one of them Christians over there just doing a sham post like he was somebody that he was an Igbo, or they had this guy from over there come on there and laugh. Now the scholars over there would tell you it's 40 million Igbos over just in Nigeria alone. They said, but all of them are not conscious of who they are because of the war that was going on over there and a lot of other different factors. He said, but they are Israelites and they got our history down pat. How we migrated from through various. It was through the Assyrian captivity. I got books on them. Absolutely. Several books. How we migrated through the Assyrian captivity. Some left during the Babylonian captivity. They got it down pat. They got artifacts. They got ancient Torah scrolls that the ones that the Gentiles didn't burn and the Muslims didn't come over there and burn and kill people. We had a lot of book burnings. That's why we don't get a lot of our history, and a lot of it they stole and they took, and it's in the museums over in England and all them places where them Gentiles at. Y'all, a lot of people don't know that. They stole and took everything over there when they came and enslaved us. So these are the things they do because they don't want us to wake up. Now, it's fine if y'all saying that y'all not Israelites, but then tell us why all the people in Africa and a lot of different tribes over there is saying that they is. They thought we just made this up. So we got sources that's well before the Middle Ages. And that's, we did a video on it. And so I want y'all to all go back and look at it and look at the sources. Or ask K. Judah to contact K. Judah and tell them to give y'all the email where y'all can look at the sources, get the books, or just read the quotes. It's all legit.
Yep. Fact.
We ain't making it up. Come on. Go ahead, Judah. You got something?
No. I said facts. Absolutely facts. We're at verse 39.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 39. Her sanctuary. Y'all notice that? Her sanctuary was laid waste like a wilderness. Her feast was turned into mourning. Her Sabbaths into reproach. Her honor into contempt.
They don't want us. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Why he say her? Y'all got to remember, he go another nugget. In the book of Ezekiel, he say, go tell Jerusalem her abominations, right? He said in Jeremiah 6:2, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a delicate and comely woman. So when he's speaking of Jerusalem, he used the words, her gates lament.
He married to us. He loves us.
There you go. Talk to him. That's it. I just want.
They know it. Them Israelites, they know. K. Judah. Every word you say, them people in that chat, there's Israelites that know they know what you saying. them. You feeding them. Keep feeding them, bro. Keep feeding them. Bring it out.
He married
They
to the
need to hear
people,
this.
y'all. He married to Jerusalem. He married to
Yeah.
the people of Jerusalem. That's why he say her honorable men, her feast days, her Sabbath, because he is married to the people and the land is his woman.
Now, what K. Judah just spoke on, I want y'all to view this like this. They wanted to destroy the temple. They left it. Look how they did the temple. They
Fact.
wanted to take away the feast. They wanted to take away our Sabbath, YAHAWAH Sabbath, and they wanted to take our honor. They wanted to, and this is in this group I'll tell y'all about, the the Christian Hebrew Israelite discussion. They got a little Gentile woman over there named Faith Howden. All she do all day is mock the transatlantic slave trade. It got so bad, Beryl Wack did a video on it, and he was crying. He was because you got Christian men over there that descend from people that was enslaved, and none of them said one word. So they don't have no honor. They've been stripped of their dignity. Not so with us. Y'all do not have to apologize for feeling honorable and feeling proud about who we are. They want to make us feel like we're a fraud, and so they hate people like me. They hate research. They don't like Dante. They don't like Ron. They don't like Zion Lex. They don't like Benaiah Israel. They don't like, what's my other man in New York name? I talked to him a couple of times.
Divine Prospect.
They don't like Divine Prospect. They don't like the brother, what's my man named? Folk. They come on,
Sharsham.
And Sharsham. They don't like this. They don't like us fellowshipping.
Talk to them.
They don't want us coming together to get our truth. They sending trolls in here to try to disrupt y'all learning. Yeah, tell them if y'all want to be here, leave. It's for Israel. Y'all got a service for the heathen. Y'all, that's tomorrow.
Right.
They say they heathen, but we got to let them be heathen. Y'all got service tomorrow. Y'all don't keep the Sabbath.
Right.
Y'all can't even come in the court. Y'all heathen. That's how we got carried, man. If y'all want to come over here and learn, come in the chat. Don't come here trying to push no heathen teachings. Take notes and ask real questions. Because I've been around now. When you come in here trying to be, doing all that, you're going to get shamed. It ain't going to hold back. You're not going to win. If you come over with that Greek stuff, man, look. We Hebrews. We want to learn about our people. Come on.
Verse 40. As has been her glory, so was her dishonor increased, and her excellency was turned into mourning.
Listen, they want us eating pork and red lobster.
Yep.
They want us treating our women like we don't love them, abandoning our families, sitting up under them, master. What we supposed to teach them, man? They want that. This is what they want. We got all the glory is ours. Romans 9, 1-6. Everything, both the covenants, the law, the service, everything, that's us. How did it get to be who it is over there now? They say we was mixing with Africans, the Hamites, for millennia. Don't nobody mix with us and look like them for millennia?
Mm-hmm.
Stop it, y'all. Come on now.
Stop it.
They got phony DNA. They not telling you how they got some ID. They not telling y'all that. They been around. They was in North Africa. Y'all come on now. We ain't got to run from no DNA. The DNA it comes through us. I know about the Natufian families. Bring somebody on here talking about we making it up. I know about it. I studied that. We've studied out. We've been reading this stuff for decades. This ain't nothing new. Man, they better stop playing. They're gonna make me go in. Go ahead. They faking out. They don't want no sauce for real.
No, they really don't. Verse 43. Verse 42. And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Look
Verse
who agreed.
42. Yeah,
Look,
they all
y'all
agreed.
can see this.
They all agreed.
Look, hold on. Read 41 again. I want to interrupt and say something. I want to show y'all a verse.
Verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus.
He Greek. He's not no Israelite. Watch this.
Wrote to his whole kingdom that all shall be one people.
Religion, the Greek way.
Yep.
Hellenism, Greek identity, history, language, and culture. Remember, this is 176 BC. This is when they start pushing this stuff on us. They started years earlier, 143 years earlier, doing it to the rest of the world. They know where we at now. They got to break the people of the book. But before, I want y'all to see something. Look at 2 Chronicles 15 real quick. I got to show y'all this. This is crazy.
Let's get it.
We'll be done in a minute. I want y'all to see this. Yeah, see this. They don't read these. They never go to none of these verses. Verse 3. I'm worried about Israel now. Any Gentiles want to come and learn, you're welcome to come. Well, me and K. Judah, and I think K. Judah feel the same way. But don't come over here trying to push no Gentile teachings.
Already. Me and my brother on one accord. Y'all heard that? Me and my brother on one accord. So, hey, like he say, don't come over here trying to push no falsehood, Gentile teachings. Because I know Elder Yahawah, I've been around him for a little bit now. He gonna put that to shame. You're gonna either hit the link, and you better have your sources right, and you better know what you're talking about, or you're gonna get put to shame. I'm just telling you straight up. So know what you're talking about now. Know what you're talking about, because the scripture's gonna shut that gang saying down. This is 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles 15,
verse 3.
Verse 3. Now for a long season, Israel had been without the true power, and without a teaching priest, and without law.
We don't have that issue no more.
Nope.
Yahawah don't raise, we know who he is now. We got teaching priests now. And we learning and know our law.
Let me send you the link right now.
That's why we're going to be back. We back in Maccabees.
I got you. Let me send this to Elder Barawak real quick.
Come on.
I got you. Back in Maccabees. I just sent it.
We love y'all too, Israel. Me and Judah and all these guys and Elder Choir, we love y'all. That's why we out here. We ain't doing this for no, we don't do this for nothing else.
I sent it to you, Elder Barawak. I sent it to you. Back in 1 Maccabees.
I think you in verse 142 or something like that.
Yep, verse 42. Yes, sir. 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse 42. And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
They doing it now. They say the law done away with. Go to Sunday and then look, great. Look, Paul say we don't void the law because we establish it. But they don't read them verses.
Right.
Shalom, Mark. What's up?
Big salute, Elder Barawak. Big salute, brother.
Come on. Shalom. Keep teaching. I don't want to interrupt. Keep teaching.
Already. Verse 43. Yea. Many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
There they go. Look, go up to any church in America tomorrow and look. These are those Israelites right there. They agree with the Greeks. They agree with them killing our ancestors. They agree with the feast days being done away with. They agree with the Sabbath being defiled. They agree with them slaying our grandmothers and stuff, throwing them up because they was circumcising us. They agree with pork. They agree with Christmas. This is it. This is what y'all got. Them Israelites. They're those Israelites. They gave up their identity to be Greeks. I'm an African American. Come on. Y'all know I am.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
Why? Y'all got to see this. This is the precursor for Christianity. This is what y'all see it. Yep. We ain't making none of this up. They just don't see it. They actually think that they got the gospel. They run to these church fathers like they are the apostles. Y'all got to, because they can't find it in scripture, Christmas, they go to the church fathers. Let's say this is crazy. Come on.
For the king, verse 44, for the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they shall follow the strange laws of the land.
Christianity.
Yep. Facts.
This is crazy. Look, this represents the pastors, the bishops, the ministers, and the deacons. They the messengers to spread Hellenism on us. Watch this. How y'all like that, chat? Watch this.
And forbid burnt offering and sacrifice and drink offering in the temple, and that they shall profane the Sabbaths with an S and festival days. I thought we didn't have to keep the Sabbath.
Listen, go ahead.
I thought we didn't have to keep the Sabbath. I thought the Sabbath was fulfilled, but our ancestors, why would you get rid of something if something is already done away with? Let me ask that one more time. Why would you have to get rid of something if it's already done away with? That means that our ancestors were still keeping a Sabbath, and Antiochus did not want them keeping their laws and customs. So how can a Sabbath be fulfilled called the gospel rest? If it wasn't in place, Antiochus would have had nothing to be against as far as the Sabbath goes. It would have just been a feast days or something else. But he said the Sabbaths and Sabbath. So what is people talking about, man? We still keep the Sabbath until Yahshua come and give us rest. Go ahead, Elder Yahshua.
Keep reading.
Verse 46. And pollute the sanctuary and holy people. Set up altars and groves.
Listen, hold up. He just said something different. Y'all got to understand what that boy K. Judah just said, that young man. He said, pollute the sanctuary and the what?
Holy people.
Y'all the holy people.
Right.
Y'all is the holy people. That's how we gotta walk. We gotta stop hating each other. We gotta start loving each other. One of the reasons that I really love being over here, ain't no bunch of foolishness going on over here in this chat. Y'all together. This is what he wants for us. Listen, it is a mandatory for these Gentiles to tear down any semblance of Hebrew worship. They don't want nothing to do with the temple. That's why they don't care about Hanukkah. They don't understand what Hanukkah is about. And you can't teach them because they have the ideology of our oppressor. They are under Stockholm Syndrome. They've fully embraced the Greek way. So they're not going to come over. They don't want nothing to do with us. I'm trying to tell y'all got to listen. It's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it is what it is. People that's blood family, they're not going to be spiritual family. It is what it is. Come on.
Verse 46 again. And pollute the sanctuary and holy people. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. That they shall also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
Listen, I'm going to say this again. This is the forerunner of Christian theology. Do y'all notice that all of this stuff is all right with them? This is where it comes from. They did this to our people and they don't realize that they sick. They want y'all to think that y'all false for loving Yahweh, observing his law. They got every argument that they think because they've been indoctrinated by people that oppressed us and did this to us. Watch this. Look at verse 49. Watch this.
Verse 49. To the end they might forget the law.
If this ain't Christianity, who is this? And Islam, both of them. Both foreign. Y'all see this? Watch this. Look at the next part.
And change all the ordinance.
Go to Daniel 7 real quick. Watch this. Y'all know about this verse. This ain't nothing, no high verse. But y'all know, now you fully understand, Daniel been prophesying about this. We've been doing a 3-day manuscript comparison on Daniel and Maccabees. And they coming against Maccabees.
Yep.
They coming against the book of Maccabees, which is Hanukkah. Our own people. Verse 25. Somebody got to make this make sense.
This is Daniel's chapter 7 and verse 25. And it reads, and he should speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they should be given into his hand unto a time 1 year, times 2 years, and a dividing of times 3.5 years.
Listen, y'all know what this is talking. Who's changing the calendar? They saying the law done away with. Now they saying that the Messiah said all that he taught his walk, he exemplified the law so we can understand as men that we can keep the law. We can walk, we can do it. They saying now that he did all of that, went through all of what he went through, so everything he taught is done away with. That defies comprehension. Why would he teach us that you can't do this and you can't do that, then now you can?
Right.
That don't even make sense.
Bring it out.
It don't make sense to them, for real. Look at verse 50. We're back in Maccabees now. This is crazy, y'all. It's crazy.
First Maccabees chapter 1, family, and verse 50 this time.
Remember this 176 BC or 3,773 years after creation.
Because of the 2 years, family.
We was in 178, but then we went to 176. 2 years went past.
Absolutely.
Anybody that saying they don't agree with it, then you can come on and show us why you don't agree with it, and we're gonna show you why it's true.
Facts.
Come on.
Verse 50. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
So they was killing us for keeping the law. And because we wouldn't submit to they teachings, they was killing us. Watch this. I'm just showing y'all this the origin of Christianity. This is what they did. And y'all know I ain't lying because all of the countries that put us on the slave ships, right? Every last one of them was Christian kingdoms. All of them, Christian kingdoms. Come on.
Verse 51. And in the self-same manner wrote he to his whole kingdom and appointed overseers over all the people.
Pastors, bishops, ministers, and deacons.
Facts.
Indoctrinate them. Y'all got to push our teachings on them. Come on.
Yep. Facts. Commanding the cities of Judah to sacrifice city by city. Then many of the people was gathered unto them, to wit, everyone that forsook the law. And so they committed evils in the land.
Look, they don't want nothing to do with the law, but they'll try to tell you, oh, I don't believe the law. Yes, you do. You eat pork. That ain't got nothing. All right. Do you observe the Sabbath the way I want to? Stop it. Stop the shenanigans. Come on.
Verse 53. And drove the Israelites into secret places, even whithersoever they can flee for succor.
Hey, listen. Are y'all familiar with the Essenes? Where they found all of the Dead Sea Scrolls at? In Qumran? Secret places. How you like that, K. Judah? Watch this.
I love it. Verse 54. Now on the 15th day of the month Cassander, it's the 145th year. They set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar.
Now, wait a minute. Because we got to look. I might have made a mistake on that email. Let's do the math now. Because it looks like 2 more years went past. That's what it looked like. So now it's 321 minus 145. It says the 145th year, right?
Yep.
Let's do that again. Let me see it again. 321 minus
176. The same thing.
It's the same thing. That was me. I'm sorry. I'm just making sure. We gotta make sure.
You're absolutely right.
We still gotta make sure. All right, we're still in 170. Now listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what we can do now, what we can say. This is why I like these timelines. I've been posting on Facebook because they mad at me about Christmas for exposing Christmas.
Yes, right, they are.
We did a video. Some of y'all was on there. If y'all didn't listen, go back and listen to it. It's called The Original Lie. It's on our YouTube channel. We exposed it. We used their sources. Every source we used was a Christian source. But The timelines allow us to tell when things happen, when dates are. Based off of this timeline, and anybody that wants to, in Christianity, y'all don't want to agree, y'all can come on, tell them to drop the link, and y'all get on stage and tell us why it's not true. You show us in scripture or whatever, why it's not true, and we're going to show you in our writings why it is true. Now, the 145th year of the Greeks, which corresponds to 176 BC, or 3,773 years after creation, on the 15th day, if I'm not mistaken, of the month Cassander, they got it translated Caslu. This is when they set up the original abomination of desolation.
Desolation.
All right. Make sure y'all write that down. We got dates. We know when what year Abraham was born. We know all this stuff. When the flood happened, we know when Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. We got all this stuff. When the temple was destroyed, we got all of it. Praise YAHAWAH. He showed it to us.
Already. Hallelujah.
Y'all hear that? So we ain't got to run from nothing. That's our history. Why you doing these timelines? We Israelites, we supposed to know our history. Y'all took it from us. You worry about the Greeks. You say you're a heathen, we're going to treat you like a heathen. Stay out of our way. Come on.
In the middle of verse 54. And set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar. And builded idol altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side. And burnt incense at the door of their houses and in the streets. And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire.
So now, when we covered this a few days ago, we mentioned it. They've been burning our scrolls for thousands of years. This is nothing new. When they start talking about y'all don't got no, tell them y'all ancestors burnt everything. Y'all killed us. Y'all did everything. Y'all abused our women, made us watch. Y'all did everything to us. And now y'all gonna tell us none of this happened and we lying about who we is? Stop it. Stop it. I know y'all Israelites love hearing this. Come on. Y'all got to. We got to listen. It hurt, but we got to know our history. Come on.
And here go the channel right here, my brother. They got a YouTube channel. Here you go right here. I just want to put it in there for you.
Yeah, I've been home 3 years.
There you go. There you go right there. That is the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. These are my brother's channel. So when you ask what's their Facebook channel, no, they have a YouTube channel. And I just pinned it at the top. So that's my brother's channels at the top. The Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. All right, let's keep going. Verse 58.
Hey, read verse 57 again, because I want
verse
everybody.
57. And whosoever was found with any of the books of the testament, or if any committed to the law, the king's commandment was that they should be put to death.
These are the people that the church is teaching wrote the New Testament that's doing this. Come on.
Verse 58.
This leaves you breathless right here, don't it? This is despicable. This is that they sitting up under these people teachers. Come on.
Thus did they by their authority unto the Israelites every month, to as many as was found in the cities. Now the 5 and 20th day of the month. Now the 5 and 20th day of the month.
Don't lose track of what he's saying. This is still Caslu.
Show lives. Facts. That's why I said it 2 times. Now the 5 and 20th day of the month, they did sacrifice unto the idol altar, which was upon the altar of Elohim.
Stop. This is extremely important for our people, a part of our history. 3,773 years after creation, right? Which corresponds to 176 BC, they began to sacrifice swine on the altar in the temple, and we got our own people in Christianity telling us that we don't have no business, that this is man-made right here. Do y'all even come? And I know that this is a smart group, so y'all all understand what I'm saying. They're telling us that we don't supposed to remember this. We don't supposed to teach it. What does this? and they fighting for Christmas.
And Elder Yashiyah, you got some of our own people, when they are actually having discussions with people, guess what they say? Where the Greeks say, where the Greek definitions say, where the Greek, I mean, they Greek.
They
Depending
listen.
upon Greek, when we Hebrew Israelites, depending upon another man's tongue to interpret to you your culture, your history, your language, and your scriptures.
Preach.
Come on, y'all. Greek. Man, Hebrew. Go to Hebrew. Hebrew don't got 20, 35 definitions.
Preach.
Greek do though. So how can we get understanding with 35 different definitions, y'all? Why we can't just have one definition? You better go to Hebrew. You're going to get one.
Preach. Come on.
Verse 61. Oh, no. Hold up. Verse 60. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that have caused their children to be circumcised.
Just look at it like this. Everybody that's listening to K. Judah read these scriptures, listen at this like this. Look at it like this. We know that these are our ancestors, but can y'all fathom that this is your grandmother? Just look at it like that.
Absolutely.
Look at it like that and then tell me if y'all all right with this. Because this is what the church is telling us, because the Greeks teach the gospel like, we don't supposed to remember none of this, just move on and don't even feel no type of way. It's all about love. We brothers in Christ. This is what, come on. Y'all see the Israelites false as we was? Man, when nobody, man, no, that ain't how we get down. Come on.
And big salute to our foremothers who circumcised their kids anyway and then got put to death. So at least they was able to circumcise the babies. But hold on though. Something happened. And here it go, Elder Yashiyah. And this right here breaks my heart, man. Verse 61, man. And they hang the infants about their neck.
Yeah, little black babies, they don't care. What they care for?
And rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised them.
This is how bad our people is messed up. They all right with this. They said we don't supposed to talk about this. Why y'all talking about Hanukkah? That's what they saying. Elder pastors, the young ones, they don't care. All they care about is being a Christian. They bought into this lie. These Greeks I told y'all they abused them. They've abused them. They defeated them spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. They got them all 4 ways. Come on.
Verse 62, man. Howbeit, many in Israel was fully resolved and confirming themselves not to eat any unclean thing.
Now they the ones fighting to eat them. We had a pastor come on today arguing on Facebook talking about catfish. Catfish, y'all listening to this? In 2024, it's going to be 2025 on the heathen calendar. Come on. She was on there, Sister Sharada on that. She was on it in the thing. I tagged her. She'll tell you right now, I'm not lying. We was wrestling with them all about eating catfish and tried to use Acts 10 against me and her. Talking about you could eat what you could. The vision was so that we could eat unclean foods. And I told him, read verse 28. Bear Watt got in on it. I'm not lying. This is what they done to us. Come on.
Verse 63. Wherefore the rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died. And they was very great wrath upon Israel.
Now listen, hands down, we was false. We when we do that, he gonna punish us. My issue, and I hope that y'all can be mature enough, because I know this stuff is painful. Anything past the 400 years since we've been over here, a half hour, anything past that, got a real issue with it. And y'all should too. Now, there's 2 things. I'm gonna ask Barry White while he on here. Barry
Oh,
White.
it keeps saying Facebook. Oh no. Obadiah who? I know it keeps saying Facebook, my brother, but I just pinned the actual channel at the top. So yeah, just click on that link, and that's the actual channel that they teach on. But they also do share the Facebook. So, but the actual channel, YouTube channel, is called Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. So that's my brother's channel. Go ahead, Elder Yashia.
So Barry White, now we can go because it's another part I want to do. We can probably read it in the next 20 minutes, or if people tired, we can probably do a whole nother teaching. But if y'all want to, it's another part of this I want y'all to see. And then I'm gonna do a timeline teaching to show y'all how we was just in a sabbatical year a year ago, and we got another one coming up in 2029, if I'm not mistaken. Off the top of my head, but I got the exact date. It's in my scriptures. Hold up, let me tell y'all right now. Matter of fact, I think I get it.
Yeah, it's 2029.
Yeah. All right, they verified it. They got notes and stuff. They know. Good. All right, so Barry White, we continue. Probably take us about 15, 20 minutes. So y'all want to do another teaching? It's up to the chat. Whatever the chat say, I'm with it. Judah, then y'all let's roll. We're in First Maccabees 4.
Already.
Verse 38 down. I'm gonna let you read. I ain't gonna even bother y'all. Everybody from all our Christian family that's listening, when y'all hear this, tell me if y'all don't understand why Hanukkah is taught on now. Tell me if y'all still disagree with it and y'all still saying this is man-made. And 38 down.
30. Okay, gotcha. This is First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 38 on down. And it reads, and when they saw the sanctuary desolate, and the altar profaned, and the gates burned up, and shrubs growing in the courts as in a forest, wow, or in one of the mountains, yea, and the priest's chambers pulled down.
Listen, this the temple they talking about. They done had sex in the temple, in the holy place. They've been having sex in there. Listen, they sacrificed pigs on YAHAWAH's altar. They put a statue of Zeus in YAHAWAH's altar. They've been killing people inside the temple and around the temple. And they telling us, what are y'all talking about Hanukkah for? When the Messiah that they have renamed Jesus Christ and made him look like Fonzie, right? You don't look like us no more. You look like Fonzie now. Y'all got to remember what happened during the European Enlightenment period, what happened during the Italian Renaissance. Y'all got to remember all this stuff now. It's part of the conspiracy. Some people say that now their new thing is we're conspiracy theorists. Y'all got to remember about all the artifacts that's been whitewashed. They saying now that we wrong for talking about our history. Even if we was Gentiles, we wouldn't be wrong for talking about this. We need to know. Watch this.
Verse 39. They rent their clothes and made great lamentation and cast ashes upon their heads and fell down flat to the ground upon their faces.
They prostrating. Watch this.
And blew an alarm with the trumpets and cried toward heaven.
We got to repent though. We can do all of this, but we got to change now. We can't just be talking about we prostrating and we crying to Yahweh and we still got wickedness in our heart. We went through this because of what happened, but then he raised up some deliverers. Watch this.
Verse 41. Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress until he had cleansed the sanctuary.
So they saying that, all this is man-made. So y'all just going to let them, listen, this is the mindset. This is what Christianity have men thinking. You saying that they could come and grab y'all grandmothers and y'all sisters and y'all wives and aunts and stuff and do whatever they want to do with them, and then y'all all right with it. Because y'all saying all the men did that, what they get to, y'all not going to fight? Y'all not going to stand up for y'all people? Y'all not going to protect y'all women? Y'all ain't no Israelite. Y'all ain't no warriors. Y'all ain't no warriors. I wouldn't take y'all to the basketball court with me up here where I'm at. Y'all down in Texas, ain't no where it's rough at. Y'all ain't, come stop it. Stop it. Y'all faking. Talking about y'all got fakes. Come on.
Elder Yashiya, can I drop another nugget?
Yes, please.
Y'all notice. Now, don't get me wrong. We are all one people. But I want you to notice about the scriptures. The Most High never allowed the profane to gather with the holy. Judas Maccabees just said he only gathered men who was a what? Blameless conversation. Why he didn't just gather with all his brothers? Because he know, and they knew, the Most High would never allow the holy and profane to come together. Never. Only the holy. That's why when people say, let's just all come together, you got to be careful when you're saying that. Because you could be in the midst of some people that the Most High about to bring judgment on, and that's why Moses say, whoever is on the Lord's side, good over here. And if you ain't, because these men about to die. And that's what happened when they was in the wilderness. When the earth opened up his mouth, Moses say, who on the Lord's side? So that let me know the Lord gonna always make a separation from the profane and the holy. We can't all just say let's all come together all the time. Now, we love our people, but you still got to use discretion now and be smart. Wise as a serpent. Don't just try to gather with everybody, because you don't know what judgment on that person head or what the Most High about to do to him. And you in the midst of them, he'll get you too. Then he tell Lot to come on, get out of Sodom, for you be partakers of these sins. Come out of Babylon, come out of her, my people, for you be partakers of her sin. So we got to be wise and not just say things just because it sounds right. Let's be smart. I don't want to gather with wicked people. I just don't, because I might die in their sin.
Hey, watch this. When you said this, I was thinking about a verse in Deuteronomy. What verse we in? What verse we in?
We right here in verse 43.
Hold on. Look at Deuteronomy 20, verse 8. He talk about this too.
Let's go to Deuteronomy 20 and verse 8.
Where do y'all see this, man? People don't be knowing what's in the Torah for real. They be thinking this stuff a joke.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 8. And it reads, and the officers should speak further unto the people, and they should say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint, as well as his heart.
You can't take no coward with us when we go to war.
There you go.
We fighting these false religions and all this stuff. We're doing teachings. You can't, if he ain't 100, these two that's on stage with me, I'm taking them. I'm taking them because they going. Some people you're gonna have a lot of people say that they gonna be hoo-ha, rah-rah, and behind you. It was cowards back then, and it's cowards today. They submitted to the Greeks. Today's people, there's cowards, they submitted to the Greeks.
We back in 1 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 42. So he chose priests of blameless conversation, such as has pleasure in the law, who cleanse the sanctuary and bear out of the defiled stones into an unclean place. And when they consulted what to do with the altar of burnt offering, which was profane, they thought it best to pull it down, lest it should be a reproach to them, because the heathen had defiled it. Wherefore they pull it down. Verse 46. And laid up the stones in the mountains of the temple in a convenient place, until there shall come a prophet to show what should be done with them.
Y'all see this?
Yep. Verse 47. Then they took whole stones according to the law, and built a new altar according to the former, and made up the sanctuary and the things that were within the temple, and hollowed the court. They made also new holy vessels, and into the temple they brought the candlestick and the altar of burnt offering and of incense and the table. Verse 50. And upon the altar they burned incense, and the lambs that were upon the candlestick they lighted, that they might give light in the temple. Furthermore, they set the loaves upon the table, and spread out the veils, and finished all the work which they had begun to make. This is why it is very important to teach our children and our people the truth. Because remember, y'all, he gave this pattern to Moses and our ancestors all the way to the time of Maccabees and them. They still knew how to rebuild that temple with the veils, the curtain, the candlestick, the table, showbread, everything, because it was passed down to them, family. So they still knew the pattern. Something to think about. Verse 51. Furthermore, they set the loaves upon the table and spread out the veils and finished all the work which they had begun to make.
Now, let me ask a quick question. Everybody in the chat that's listening, all y'all Hebrews, because if you're not a Hebrew and you coming here to come against us, the first thing you can leave. But the second thing is this: do y'all understand what Hanukkah is what this is for, what this is about? It's about the rededication and sanctification of the temple. Remember, this is before Paul, this is before the Messiah and them at the time of this, before the Gospels, all of that. So if they don't do this, if this doesn't happen, where will we be at?
Talk to them.
Y'all meditate on this, because they saying that we wrong for talking about Hanukkah, man-made. They saying that. So you saying that y'all just gonna be a bunch of cowards, like we just read in Numbers, Deuteronomy 20 verse 8, and just lay down for the Greeks? That's what y'all basically saying. So y'all gotta you gotta understand, the Messiah he only had one act of violence in all of the scriptures in the Gospels. He went off. He started flipping tables and everything when they was in the temple doing wrong, selling and stuff.
Fact.
How do y'all think he feel about this? This stuff right here. What do y'all think? Y'all say y'all with the Messiah, but then y'all condemn things that he was on the scene for, and he didn't condemn it. I don't understand y'all. Just to support a pagan or a wicked, made up, phony birthday? That don't even make sense. Y'all acting like children, and y'all want to be treated as mature in the spirit? Nah. I can't. It defies comprehension. Wait till y'all see this, because I got another date for y'all. Watch this.
Verse 52. Now on the 25th day of the 9th month, which is called the month Cassander,
same thing,
in the 148th year, they rose up betimes in the morning.
Stop. Can anybody tell me where we at now in years after creation or BC dates? The last time we checked, it was 145th year. This 3 years later, the 148th year. So now, the reason why this is so important is not giving you the date when they defiled the temple. It's telling you when they rededicated the temple. Mm-hmm. How y'all like that? So we was at 3,773 years after creation, if I'm correct, right? Add 3 years to that. What do y'all got?
6 now.
3,776, correct?
Absolutely. Yep.
Did I say that right?
Yep. That's facts. 3 years later.
Now, you subtract 3 years from 176 BC, you're at 173 BC. Write this down. This is of seminal importance to our people, because now we know when the temple was cleansed and rededicated from all of the activities, the wicked stuff that the heathen did to us. How y'all like that?
And I want y'all to know Elder YAHAWAH is going backwards with the time. So when he say from 176 and then he went to 173, that's correct, right, Elder?
Yeah, you got it. BC counts backwards. You add up time BC counting backwards. Right. Because you're coming close to AD.
There you go. Fact.
The years after creation, they continue to go forward. Adam was created, the year of creation. So 130 years later, Seth was born. So Seth is born 130 years after creation. Now you add to the timeline from there. That's how you do it. All right, come on.
So let's get it. Verse 53. And offer sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offering, which they had made. Look, at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that was it dedicated with songs and with sentence and harps and cymbals. Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the Elohim of heaven, who have given them good success. He loves us, man. He loves us, boy. Verse 56.
That's why everybody got an issue with us.
Yeah, man. He loves us, man. Verse 56. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days, and offered burnt offering with gladness, and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold and with shields, and the gates and the chambers they renewed, and hanged doors upon them. Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away. Verse 59. Moreover, Judas and his brethren, with the whole congregation of Israel, ordained.
Oh, read that again.
Moreover, Judas and his brethren, with the whole congregation of Israel, ordained.
I gotta ask a question, because this is when they try to attack y'all about Hanukkah, you tell them in verse 58, we putting away. Hanukkah represents the rededication and the re-sanctification of the Most High Yahweh's temple. That's number one. Number two, we're putting away the reproach of the heathen, trying to do away with the Most High laws, his Sabbaths, his feast days, his food teachings, his circumcision covenant he made with Israel, and the other great thing is to enslave and do away with us. We putting that away. Now, look at verse 59, though. All of us agreed together.
Yep.
All of us agreed together that this is what we're going to do. Y'all tell the Gentile Israelites that. Come on.
It say, moreover, Judas and his brethren, with the whole congregation of Israel, ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar shall be kept in their season from year to year by the space of 8 days, from the 25th day of the month Cassander, with mirth and gladness.
That's it. Any questions?
Powerful class, Elder Yashia. Powerful class. Yes, our sister have a question on the screen, Elder Yashia. Our sister Sharonda.
I thought it was common knowledge that Isaiah 66, 16, and 17 was an end time prophecy. Well, here's what we're gonna say about that. It's common knowledge for people that want to live right, because it's coming against pork and stuff, and filthy, filthy worship, filthy habits. Some people try to ignore things when it convicts them, and they know that they can't get away with stuff. Let's just say it like that. So people utilize the scriptures for various maladies. I told y'all today we had an elder that was saying that Acts 10 is teaching that you can actually eat whatever you want to eat. And this Acts 10 ain't talking about no food teachings nowhere. In fact, I want to state this on the record. It's after at a point in history. And y'all, anybody that thinks that this is they can get on the stage. That it has never been on the stage that somebody could eat unclean foods. It's nowhere in scripture. Not one verse. And nowhere in our ancient history catalog is that ever occurred. Now, y'all see from what we just read out of the book of Maccabees, y'all see that no Israelite believed it. But if y'all saying y'all Gentiles and that's y'all food teachers, then y'all just say that's what y'all want to do. But don't try to utilize our scriptures for it. Anybody else?
Yeah, I want to say something real quick. Shalom, K. Judah. Shalom, Yashiyah.
Shalom, I
All praises. I missed the teaching, but most of it. But first and foremost, I want to thank YAHAWAH. Truly a blessing for being down here during this conference. I want to say humbly thank Sister Oracle for things she's been doing in the chat, and
yeah,
also
she's been
also for
wonderful. I
helping us.
real
Um,
blessed.
it's truly a blessing for that. Shalom to each and every person that's in the chat as well. And definitely a big shout out to K. Judah for holding us down this weekend. It's been a
Amen.
long weekend. I still got one more day tomorrow. But I just wanted to share some information that I got. And I posted the video too on our YouTube channel because they did the whole thing on YouTube. But this is I've been to a lot of, well, not a whole lot, but a decent amount of gatherings with Hebrew Israelites, different communities. But this was the first place that I seen so many elders. And when I say elders, I'm talking about 70, 80 years old that's in this truth. And, I'm a big crybaby. Actually, I'll tell you that. I had to get up and introduce myself. They asked for anybody's part of communities or leaders of communities, get up and introduce your ministry and the name and all that. So when I got up, I had told my wife when I came in, I said, man, I ain't seen so many elders. I ain't, shocked to see the elders because they the ones that it's hard to get to convert back to our ways and our identity, language, and culture. And when I say elders, y'all, I'm talking about 70 and up. I'm talking about it was at least 20-something of them in there, man, with their canes and all their head wraps and Hebrew gear and the fringes. And it just was so much joy to see. And I'm going to try to get pictures of all of them together. I asked them. Hopefully I can because some of them are elderly and it might be hard to move around. But I want to get those pictures so we can show our people in Christianity. And we got grandmothers and grandfathers, and to relook and rethink and look at this information that we're trying to share with our family members to bring them into this truth. And if they see the elderly, they're gonna probably say, "Well, wait a minute, what did they see? Let me start listening to my cousin. Let me start listening to K. Judah. Let me start listening to my niece Oracle, or my daughter, my granddaughter Oracle, or my cousin YAHAWAH." Well, it just was a joy, y'all, to see at this conference. A lot of people was there. Ron Dalton did a heck of a job with a lot of information he brought out, and it just was really a blessing, y'all. And I encourage anybody, any type of Hebrew conference where people are from all over, go and experience the feeling, man, because they prayed, they had the trumpets in there, people from different communities. It just was powerful. And I just wanted to share that with y'all, because I love YAHAWAH and I love to see our people gather together that's like-minded, especially during this season, man. You see Christmas everywhere still. Now we got, this is a tough year for us this time of year. Every year we got to fight through Halloween, then come back and dip Thanksgiving. Then we get flirted with Christmas, and now we got the pagan New Year coming up when we know our New Year is springtime. So we got to deal with this heathen season, and this is when we should be shining our lights. I know some of y'all feel like, oh, y'all see how nobody debating everybody and all that, but sometimes it's good to debate as long as we're respectful to get the word out. So again, shout out to everybody. Shout out especially to K. Judah and Oracle and anybody else that I may have missed that been helping out for us, because I hate to say it and it's embarrassing, but we have a ministry, and it's a shame that we had to go to a brother that just met us shortly and it feel like he's been my brother forever to bail us out because we couldn't get the proper people to help us out, in our own ministry. And that speaks volumes of how Israel should be. I just hope our brothers in our community can wake up a little bit more and see that it's bigger than us, you know. And definitely appreciate y'all. Humbly appreciate y'all. Shalom to everybody. Ahab, I love y'all.
Appreciate you, Elder YAHAWAH. My brother Shadow Israel say, was the event recorded?
Yes, it is recorded. I have the actual YouTube. It's a 2-part because it was a break, but it definitely was recorded. If K Judah's familiar with you, I can send it to K Judah and he can send it to you because it's not on my channel. It's I do know the brother's channel, but I can't remember the name off the head. But I can get the video to you. Matter of fact, if you send me, man, can you put our email? I'm gonna put my email in the chat. Whoever wants the video, email me, and I will send you the video of the conference. It's not all 3 days. It's mainly the day that they filmed, and I believe tomorrow they might not film it because they're showing his new video coming out called Gog and Magog, who they are today. They might film it live, I don't know, but it's a debut of his new documentary. But I'm gonna have my wife put my email in the chat, and you can email me, and I will send the video to whoever inquires about it. And
I just
y'all
put
get
it
the
in
chance
there.
to see how many. Okay,
I just put it in there, right there.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Already, my brother, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see. Do anybody have any questions for Elder YAHAWAH, Elder YAHAWAH? Do anybody have any questions, family? I'm gonna tell y'all something. If the Most High bless y'all with some elders in your life, because they hard to come by, and like Elder YAHAWAH said, he saw a bunch of elders in one place. But because we're on YouTube and we don't always gather, around the world all the time with everybody, you don't really see that. Man, if the Most High put some elders in your life, don't take it for granted, man. Do not take it for granted. Use it as a tool for you to equip yourself, because our elders ain't gonna always be around forever. So use it to equip yourself, get the knowledge, get the understanding, listen more than you talk. That's another thing too. Like if you're around some elders, humble yourself down because they've been doing this longer than you. And just learn, man. You don't always got to speak because you have knowledge, or that you got to kick knowledge just to try to match knowledge. And that's the problem with a lot of some of our men, that because you have knowledge, you trying to match another man's knowledge. So you trying to let him know he ain't the only one got it. I got it too. So who you think you is? You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing. I got understanding too. But guess what? You don't have all the understanding, so you still can learn from somebody, right? Nobody got all the understanding, so you still got to learn something else you don't know, or something else somebody else have that you don't understand. And if we can get to that point where we can learn from each other and stop being arrogant, thinking you know everything. You don't know everything, bro, because I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. That's why we feeding off each other. We gleaning off each other, because nobody know everything. If you knew everything, we'll be out of captivity. We'll be at home. You don't know everything. So that's all I'm saying.
Oracle said something about a trumpet sword dude, K Judah. I don't know. I might have missed that.
Oh, yes. Let me put it on the screen. Yeah. A couple people came in here. Elder YAHAWAH was doing a class, and they came in here trying to teach, telling me and Elder YAHAWAH that the Sabbath day, it is fulfilled, and it's called the gospel of rest. But Elder YAHAWAH went to the blue letter, went to the scriptures to prove to this person, not him, but another person that came in called John B. He telling us the Sabbath day is fulfilled. And we trying to show him, when Paul said that if Yah rested from all his works, why would he speak of another day of rest? And we were showing him that that day of rest is the 1,000 years ruling with Christ. Because we already keep the Sabbath right now. So what is the other rest we trying to enter into? That's Yahshua's rest, when he come back and rule on the earth for 1,000 years. So this person kept telling, "No, y'all got it wrong, and that's incorrect, and it's called the gospel of the gospel rest." So Elder Yashia showed him. He still wasn't trying to hear it. So we just kept teaching, man. I'm telling you, Elder Barrowat, some people, if they would stop for a minute and seek to understand instead of always seeking to be understood, they'll be better off, man. The dude just came in the chat just flying off the handle. Oh, there's no, it's called the gospel. He didn't ask Yashia no question. He didn't say, Elder, can I ask a question? I'm trying to understand the Sabbath from a perspective of, I look at it as the gospel rest. Can you help me out with that? None of that, man. Just came in here flying off the handle, man.
Did he have any scriptures though?
One scripture, Hebrews 4:3, and that's the only one. He didn't go get no precept upon precept, just one scripture.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Everybody ain't built to teach. Let's tell you that.
Oh, thank you, Sister Sagala, and I pray y'all enjoying yourself down there. I'm watching all y'all Facebook videos, and I love, just the gathering of our people. And I'm like Elder Bell Walk, that stuff brings tears to my eyes to see a lot of black people in one place. I just love the feeling of the smiles and the joy and the talking and the conversation, the camaraderie. I just love this stuff, man. So I'm with you, Elder Bell Walk.
You had some of your people down there too, K. Judah. I don't know if you know, she from Texas. She performed that night. YAHAWAH Q. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
She from Houston?
She from, I think
she was living in Dallas.
I think Dallas. She from. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She been in the Hebrew music game for a minute. I post a picture on in the group so you'll see it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, YAHAWAH Q down there from Texas. I think she's from Dallas though. Not sure if she's from Houston. She might be Dallas, but she was down there. The other brother from Texas was down there. And then the brother Norman, what's his name? Michael Norman performed the one Break the Chains. I don't know if you seen his. He's been around.
I Can't Breathe.
He made the one I Can't Breathe. You probably seen it before, but he performed. And then of course Lorvin performed Hebrews.
I know
that
Lorvin.
Song Hebrews.
I know about Lorvin.
Yeah, already. So it was good. It was a good look, man. It was a good look.
Already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the conference is over.
Yeah, well, for the night, man. Whew, so long. We get in there 11 every night. We went in Friday night, started 11 in the morning. We left at 9 last night. In the night, we left at about 8:45. So tomorrow it's gonna be short. It's just the premiere of his new movie. Tomorrow we're gonna go at 11 and watch that at 11. And then we're gonna hit the road back home to Virginia.
Yeah, man. Well, I pray y'all safe travels, heads up protection. That the Most High, thank him for allowing y'all to make it there safely, and we pray safe travels that y'all return home safely. Keep them angels about y'all, man.
All praises.
Already. Do anybody else have Do anybody else have any questions? Excellent class from Elder Yashia. Another hard hitter family for the edification of the nation. I pray y'all learning and writing this stuff down, because a lot of people, they will listen, but there's nothing open. So sometimes I ask myself, what is different from us sometimes in a Christian church? They do the same thing. When I was in church, they are there. They listening, but nothing is open. And the reason why nothing is open, because the preacher ain't saying nothing. So why would something be open if the person ain't saying nothing? I never learned anything in church, family. I'm just keeping it real. I never felt anything. I was upset that my mama forced me to go to church. I didn't feel any spirit. I felt dead in church. I didn't learn nothing. I used to fall asleep in church, but immediately when I found out I was an Israelite, my antennas went up, the veil was lifted off my eyes, and I was hungry. I wanted the truth. But not when I was in Christianity. So that let me know something wrong, man. If that is the way we supposed to go, why is people dead? Why they living? I feel alive while I'm living, because I know the truth now. But I was dead when I was in Christianity, and I want to know why. If that's the way to go, why was I dead? You gonna blame me? No, you can't blame me. It's a dead religion. Most High never gave you Christianity. Elder Yashia just had me read that Antiochus and them, made them adhere to their religion, which is Christianity, man. That's Christianity. Then Rome came on the scene, still Christianity. They merged together, Greco-Roman Empire, still Christianity, pushing the same thing. And today, 2024, Christianity, keeping our people in a dead state, in the congregation of the dead. So that's all I got, man. Yeah, the Yashia, anything you want to add before we get up out of here?
Just that we continue the fellowship. Everybody can continue to get here so y'all can get this stuff. Some of those dates we gave y'all is very important in our history. And hopefully doing the feedback that y'all doing, y'all can bring some topics up that y'all may want, y'all interested in being taught on, because we got stuff that we sharing, but sometimes, I've always done this. I've always asked the people what is it that they need.
Right.
So, y'all share things with K. Judah. Like K. Judah just mentioned, he wanted me to go over something. I'm going to ask him later, and I throw it together. We just got to get it on the schedule, because y'all got a couple of things for the next 2 weeks. After that, it's free. So y'all get what y'all need. Tell them what y'all need, and I'll make sure y'all get it. It ain't nothing too difficult, because YAHAWAH gonna reveal the truth to us in these times. He want us to know things.
Absolutely, Elder. And like I said, after the 2 weeks Elder talking about, I get with him, because I want him to show y'all them sources. I mean, powerful sources, man. Like, he gave me a lot of them. I got them, and it's gonna be easy for us to show them on the screen and just let y'all see all these sources, man. What they say happened when we was, in Portugal, Spain, Africa, man. I mean, just so many places that our people were, man. But they telling y'all we ain't the Israelites.
Y'all might need to read that letter too, Judah. Y'all might end up, when y'all do those sources, y'all might need to read that letter, because a lot of people, Ron didn't even know about the letter. I told him today, Yashia, everybody need to know about that letter, because that letter, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, K. Judah, but that letter,
you good, my brother.
It's important, man. That letter don't say they viewed them as Jews. They view them as the descendants of the Hebrew Israelites. And that was by the Jewish courts. And who runs the Jewish courts? The Ashkenazi Jews.
Talk to them.
A lot of our people don't know that. And majority of our people that came in on the slave trade have Igbo blood. So we might need to read that letter to y'all.
Absolutely.
A lot of people know about it. And them sources y'all show. Mm-hmm.
I read it to him. I read it to him when we do it. When Elder Yashia, we put it together. Like you said, the Barrel Walk, all the sources that Elder Yashia want me to read, we're gonna bring it out to the people just so they can see that these are facts, not something made up. The sources that he gave me, I look up these sources one by one, and this is facts. You can find it in the scriptures. You can find it in the history. What happened to our people? So that's why I don't argue with people. Y'all not the Israelites. Okay, say what you want. Anybody would come and know we the Israelites. The whole world know we the Israelites. Everybody know, family. They know. A lot of our people may not know, but they know, because they want to be you. How you not the Israelites and they want to be who you are, your nationality? Think about that. They didn't took on your nationality and say you lying about your own nationality, but they took it though, claiming to be you, trying to do certain feast days, trying to keep the Sabbath, but they don't believe in the Messiah. They not you, man. They don't believe in the Messiah. They believe in some Talmud or whatever that book called, that Christ is burning and hot steaming, some stupid like that. But they're not the people of the book, and the world know it. We know it. We waking up in the last days. The spirit, the veil is lifted off, and people scared, man. They scared because we not falling for Christmas, bunny laying eggs. Good Friday, died and rose Sunday, 1 day and a half, huh? Died on Friday and rose Easter Sunday morning, Elder Yashia. That ain't nothing but a day and a half, man.
And we got teachers exposing that. That's easy to expose right there. So I guess that's it.
That's it, man. We're gonna leave y'all like this, family, with a beautiful song. Elder Yashia, Elder Be'awak, the Hebrew Institute of Technology, K. Judah Show with the CUC family and FOPE family. We say blessings to all Israel and all true believers. Let me say that again. All Israel and all true believers worldwide to the four corners of the earth. And we say shalom, man.
Shalom.
Everybody's got a story that everybody wants to hear, yeah. But when the truth comes your way, you get the hell out of here. Storm clouds forming, looks like rain is coming, yeah. Who will sound the warning? Here am I, send me. Oh yeah, take this book, yeah, and leave out not a word, no. Tell them all you're seeing, tell them all you heard, 'cause everybody's got a story that everybody wants to hear, yeah. But when the truth comes your way, you get the hell out of here, yeah. Said everybody's got a story that everybody wants to hear, yeah. But when the truth comes your way, yeah, you get the hell out of here. Earth is mourning, and the moon is bloody, yeah, and the stars are falling, yet and still you wait, oh no, while babies are singing from the womb, yeah, says the child shall lead us to the upper room, 'cause everybody's got a story, yeah, that everybody wants to hear, yeah. But when the truth comes your way, yeah, you get the hell out of here, yeah. Said everybody's got a story, that everybody wants to hear, yeah. But when the truth comes your way, yeah, you get the hell out of here, yeah. Everybody's got a story that everybody wants to hear. But when the truth comes your way, yeah, you get the hell out of here.
In the words of my beloved sister August Dreams, thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with the CUC family, the FOPE family, and the Hebrew Institute of Technology. Let's get it. Elder Yashia, you want to answer this before we leave?
What's that?
Is not the Hebrew language dead? It's been a long, long time.
Who said, where they get that from?
I don't know, man.
Where that come from? Where that's that in history?
Oh, man.
They did everything to take it from us in slavery, them Greeks, them people, them Christian countries, they put us on them slave ships. But
it's alive, Lamar.
I can tell you something, Brother Lamar. I got a couple writings, some history books that says that they had Hebrew translators on the slave ships.
Facts.
And so I I don't know what would cause you to believe that, but the Christian nations that took us over on slavery, they saw some reason, for whatever the reason was, that they needed Hebrew translators on the slave ships. The book is called, one of the books is called Christopher Columbus and the African Holocaust, and it's got a little bit more with it, but I got it in there on the shelf. I can get it.
He said, how do we know it's Hebrew?
Oh, that's recorded in history, brother. Hebrew ain't been dead. They was speaking Hebrew at the time of the Messiah.
Talk to him.
Yeah, that's in y'all. That's in the Bible, in the New Testament.
He spoke to Paul in what? In the Hebrew tongue.
That's the holy tongue. You should be coming to Hebrew class. We all trying to reestablish it, and we've been speaking to our people over in the land and stuff, and you know, we getting there. We doing baby Hebrew, but we getting there. We don't. You know, let's take some pride in trying to learn what the Messiah, what he spoke, and so we'll see. I think we're doing a pretty decent job. A lot of people agree with it.
Y'all doing an excellent job. Excellent job.
We just trying to do our part in this gospel, Brother Lamar.
That's all. That's it.
But
okay.
One thing we know is that we are Hebrews. We do know that.
Well, brother, if you look at the top, I got my brother's channel pinned. Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. They do Hebrew class on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. And you should slide through there, brother, and listen to the Hebrew. And you can, you know, whether you think it's Hebrew or not, I think you should come by and listen to Elder YAHAWAH, Elder Barawak at 10 o'clock in the mornings on Saturdays. I like my questions to be addressed, saying I asked first. Oh, my God. He just answered your question, Lamar. Now he just told you they do Hebrew classes, brother. You can come to the Hebrew class, and if you think it's not Hebrew, you can just leave. But Elder YAHAWAH teach Hebrew at Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology on Saturdays at 10 a.m. in the morning. What you mean? Answer your question. He just did.
We've had some people over there that's been to they've been over in Jerusalem, and they took a few courses. They've been to other parts of the world. And we have some more linguistic experts that they saying that what we teaching is a form of Hebrew. They saying they can't even deny how I'm breaking it down. And so, you know, we got live videos with it, sir. You're welcome to come. He gave you the information.
Okay, Lamar. So I got a good question for you. You are not lying when you say he was going to speak to us in another tongue. So my question to you, we scatter to the four corners of the earth. So do we all speak the same tongue? Because whatever tongue our people speak, they also read the Bible in that tongue. So some people actually still speak Hebrew. And guess what, brother? They read it in Hebrew. Us English, some Hebrew. Some in Haiti, they speak French.
Yeah.
So the point that I'm telling you, brother, yes, he spoke to us in another tongue, but some of our people still have the tongue, Hebrew tongue, brother. When it's given, I will return it. Man,
we kind of don't understand what was the purpose of the question, though. We trying to figure out what is it.
Yeah, man, for real.
We don't understand.
When the Bible said that he gonna give us back the pure tongue that we can all call upon his name, that doesn't mean that some of our people don't speak the tongue now, brother. Elder YAHAWAH is a prime example of a man who do Hebrew class, breaking down Hebrew. I'm sitting up here telling you I be in the class. Just come to the class, Lamar.
Yeah.
And listen and see if this is Hebrew. Why are you making it difficult, bro? Well, when it's given, I will return it. Okay, brother. You're not gonna be all night.
Yeah, he can go look at the prophecies, because all of the oldest manuscripts we got and stuff, they all in Hebrew. We don't got nothing in Greek. We don't got nothing in English or, you know, Latin. Our reliance is in Hebrew. And so that's what we should all be trying to strive together to learn. If you feel that it's not, no Hebrew is not necessary, it's going to hold you back from actually learning what the scriptures actually say. But we welcome you to come and fellowship with us. If you don't want to, that's on you.
That's on you. Facts. Facts, Elder Yashiyah. Because I'm telling you, Brother Lamar, I go to Hebrew class on Saturdays, and Elder Yashiyah is breaking Hebrew down, brother. He's not breaking down Yiddish. He's breaking down Hebrew, not Yiddish. We don't depend upon the Greek. We don't depend upon their definitions. Hebrew. How do you know that language does not belong to the tree of the night? I'm gone. Hey, Elder Yashiyah, you ready?
Yeah.
This man talk. Look at this, man. I'm gone, bro.
Hey, Yikwaba, Oracle,
Yeah,
TX,
man.
before you, all y'all, our people. We talked that we just got through talking about people, this like this. So we'll see y'all. I guess Wednesday. I think Segal and them got something going on Thursday. As the norm, was pleasant, man, and wonderful being here with y'all, man.
Thank you, Elder Yashiyah, for gracing us, man. I gotta pass the mountain tonight. I'm usually calling myself Michael Jackson Bad, but tonight and all the other nights, Elder Yashiyah moonwalk with the scriptures. Man, he was a smooth criminal with the precepts. Michael Jackson Bad. Right here. Elder Yashiyah tonight, boy. So big salute to everybody. Lamar, the door is open for you. Elder Yashiyah and them are very humble. You're welcome to come to the Hebrew class and learn from them. But if you just here to be a troll and just act, things, man, we don't got time for that, man. We like sincere questions, brother. So if you don't want to come to class, fine. If you want to come to class, Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology, 10 o'clock a.m. in the morning, Hebrew class, brother. Be there, be square. And your brother K. Judah and Elder Yashiyah want to say, Shalom.
Shalom.